Start. Where is my Discord? There we go. That's not it. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Huh. Amazing. Amazing. The good news is, like, no one's speaking yet, but I'm sure they're silently judging me. Perfect. Perfect, guys. We are playing Honey Heist today. This is the first time that we've got together for a group role-playing game on the channel. As you know, lately we've been doing some 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, and we've been doing some Magical Year of a Teenage Suki, which is what I'm going to continue to call it until the season is over. I've been having a great time with all of it, and it's been something we've wanted to do for a real long time on the channel, trying to get some bigger group stuff going on. So this is what we're going to start calling the roll call segment, which I'm just going to pause for applause for a second. Yeah, you guys, come on, they can't applause on them. We are joined. Sad trombone. The sad trombone, like the that one. Well, anyway, guys, today we are joined by four of the... Oh, what does Yogi say? Like, smarter than the average bear? You're four of the most average bears I know, guys. We've got... We are joined by Tim Bear Tier. Say hi, Tim. Overbold Bearbold. We're joined by Suki Yogi. And we're joined by Ace Trainer Grizz. I didn't come up with it. I'm pretty sure that was Tim. Tim's really good at this stuff. And no one... The best part is I didn't unmute any of you either, so they've just been listening to me.
Nice.
So we have to do...
Oh,
we have to do the whole bit again. All right, right. Just so this time you know it's coming. Okay, so we're really gonna go for it with the growls. Okay.
I feel betrayed.
All right. We're joined by Tim Bear Tier.
Betrayal at the highest level growl.
Oh, you know what? There was a growl in there. I'll accept it. Overbold Bearbold.
Don't trust him. He got us all locked in his cabinet. And he did it deliberately just to make us retake it again. He's been doing this for 5 hours.
Overbold. I will not release the bickies unless you cooperate. Growl. Thank you. Suki Yogi!
Woof.
And Ace Trainer Grizz.
Honey!
Perfect. And we are playing Honey Heist. Now, for those who don't know Honey Heist, this is a game where it's HoneyCon 2024. You are going to undertake the greatest heist the world has ever seen. Two things. One, you have a complex plan that requires precise timing. You guys have got that, right?
That doesn't sound like us.
Right.
That doesn't sound like us at all.
One of you made the complex plan, right?
Yes.
Excellent. And two, you are a goddamn bear. This is a game about trying to manage the double life of being a bear and being a criminal and trying to steal a whole bunch of honey while you're at it. So the first thing we have to do is make our characters. So I'm going to go left to right. We're going to start with Tim Bettier. Tim, have you got a D6 in front of you?
Yes, I do.
I need you to roll a dice for me.
Okay, I got one. What do you want? What do you want? Just roll it now?
Just give me a roll. Tell me what you get.
Do I know what I'm rolling for?
You'll see. You'll see. I promise it's not... Okay, you are a rookie. That's the first part. You're a rookie. Give me another roll.
Yeah, that tracks. Sorry, what?
Give me one more roll.
One more, okay. 5.
You are the thief of this operation. You're a rookie thief of this operation. So make a little note of that somewhere. That's just to inform
God,
you.
I'm a toddler.
That's just to inform kind of what your character's role in the operation is. But also, what kind of bear are you? Give me another D6. I know, so much information already, Tim.
4.
4. You are a black bear, which means you have the special skill of climbing. We'll get special skills later. So you are a black bear who is the rookie thief of this operation. Make a little note for yourself, because that is...
I'm working on it.
That's part of how you're going to be drawing your character as we get going. Let's move on to the next in line, which is Overbold Kobold. Give me 1d6. We'll start with your bear type this time.
Bear type, it's a 2.
We are also going to re-roll any matches because a bit more diversity would be fun. You're a polar bear, and your special skill is swim. Give me 2d6 to see what your role in this operation is.
Right. And then we want 2d6. Got my dice right here. I rolled a 1 and a 6.
I would like you to re-roll the 1.
Wee, 4.
You are an unhinged face of the party.
Oh dear.
You're unhinged, and your job is the charisma. That's gonna go great. Welcome in, Dodo. I hope you're doing fantastic. We will get to more character creation things soon, by the way. We ain't quite done yet, but make a note of all that for me. Let's get to Suki. Suki Army, first of all, give me a roll for your bear type.
5.
5. You are a sun bear. Your power is to sense honey. You can sense honey in the vicinity. You just got that really good sense, like 6th sense for it, you know? Give me 2d6.
2d6.
Yeah, because now we're going to find
I
out what
only
your
have
roll
one.
is. You do
Okay.
one at a time. It's
I'll
okay.
do maths.
No, just as in do one at a time. I just need 2d6
Oh, okay, it
rolls.
was a 5 and a 1.
All right, so you are a slick bear, and you are the muscle of the operation. You're a slick sun bear who is the muscle of this op, okay?
Slick, muscly sun bear.
That's
Got
you, slick and muscly in the sun. And finally, I nearly said simp, Ace. Give me a d6.
I got a 3.
You got a 3. You are a panda bear. You can eat
Oh,
anything
yeah.
that looks like bamboo.
Anything that
Looks like bamboo. Give me another 2d6 rolls.
Okay, I got 1 and a 4.
I'm going to need you to re-roll the 1.
A 4.
You're going to need you to re-roll the first, that 4 again. Because I've already got your bear.
5.
Okay, we're going to need to re-roll it. Come on.
What?
Stop matching people. Okay, perfect. That's no. You are the group's panda incompetent hacker.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
That's beautiful.
Okay? You
Yeah.
all set for that?
Mhm.
Nice. So, we're not quite done here either. I'm sure there was another table for this. I can't see it, so we're just going to do this one. Who wants a hat?
Yes.
All of us.
I'll take a hat.
You're going to wear a hat,
I'm already
right?
wearing a hat. Is that okay?
I mean, I can see your little bandana fin there. That's pretty
Is
neat.
that an officially sanctioned
I don't
hat?
have a 60
know.
sanction. Give me a d6 as well.
Me?
Yeah. I mean, all of you can give me a d6 for the hats. No, wait. Oh, hold on. It's a d8 for the hat. My mistake.
Oh, what?
Oh my god. It's
We were
fine.
not prepared for
We can
this.
do the 6s. It's fine. None of you deserve a crown. All right, the 2 is a top hat. You get a tip hat. That's a tip
I
hat.
have a d8 right here.
You get a top hat, Tim.
I rolled a
I
3.
got a top hat? I mean, that is so fitting.
Yeah. What was that, Overbold?
3.
A bowler hat.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. You have to roll twice on this then.
Okay. 3
Hmm?
and 8.
You're wearing a crown and a bowler hat.
Oh dear.
Enjoy drawing that. Ace,
I rolled a 5.
rolled a 5. You are wearing a a cowboy hat.
A cowboy hat.
Now, I'm told you guys are a bit quiet, so let me just try and fix the volume here, because I put you guys up pretty high on my side. So I'm probably just going to up the Discord volume a bit. So you guys tell me how that sounds. I basically just doubled the Discord sound coming through to OBS at this point. Let me know how that is.
Look at these goddamn professionals drawing their bears.
So,
Yeah,
So-
I'm right in the middle of them.
the thing about this world, right? You kind of have to assume that there's a rule we follow. And that's that we are effectively using cartoon logic. Humans are idiots. As long as you are wearing clothes and roughly trying to pretend to be a human, you'll probably get away with most basic things because humans are dumb. Okay?
Business.
Perfect.
Numbers.
Because here's the thing. You guys need to name your bear now if you want. You're not a talking bear, but you can sort of mangle human speech through your bear mouth, maybe, sometimes. That's it. You can talk to each other. But when it comes to other people, when it comes to actual humans who aren't just bears in pretending, you are going to struggle with your speech a bit. And that's fine. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? If you guys want to add any other clothes to your bear, go wild. But please make them as terrible as possible. Because you are bears. You probably don't understand human fashion. Welcome in, Sylv. I hope you're doing fantastic. Tim, you look like Mickey
know.
Mouse ready to do a train heist.
You're not wrong.
Every single one of you is going to be tracking your stats for this game. We don't have many stats to track. You have exactly 2 of them. One stat which is called bear and one stat which is called criminal. And you start with 3 in each of those stats. So make a little note of that for me as you can. Oh my god, I'm loving this so much, by the way. This is making me so happy. That's fine. Take your time. We're going real slow here. We're going real slow. There's no rush. No rush.
That's right, I got the whole game to draw this bear. So
You 100% do. But oh my god, I've just seen what you're drawing. You guys.
Little
Do you know what? I'm going to draw me as a bear just because it feels wrong that I'm
Yeah,
putting you
let's
guys
do
through this,
it.
right? Me as a bear. Right, let's see what I can do. We'll take a second. What would I look like as a bear?
Wait, I realize I can't see chat because I have reference images right there. Go.
God, here we go.
I forgot what a panda looks like, guys.
I think
wearing
I've
I'm wearing
captured
a
a sunbear.
lampshade.
A panda is some kind of cat,
Oh,
right?
sun bears are terrifying. They got weird looking faces.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
literally the sun.
I'm pretty sure that's what it looks like. Oh wait,
I'm
no,
wearing a
no, they
lampshade
need
for panda.
ears. Hang on.
Right, this is definitely me as a bear. There you go. I hope you guys
So
are really
what were
proud.
we supposed to make a note of and keep track of?
We need to give you a name, your bear a name, you know? Maybe it's Bobo, maybe it's, I don't know, what are other bear names?
Greg.
Greg, maybe it's Greg. You need to track your 2
Dibs on Greg.
stats. Everyone has 2 stats in this game, and that is it. Your stat in bear and your stat in criminal. Both of them start at 3. So both of you need to put 3, all of you need to put 3 in criminal and 3 in bear.
I'm just gonna write it on here so people.
That is
Yeah.
perfect.
I feel like if I can go growl, I can go Greg.
Some bear is a care bear, says Magical and Magica.
I do actually like sunbears,
Hey,
but
Dodo.
I wasn't about to try and draw a real one.
Also, Magical.
I mean, this is what sunbears look like. What do you mean?
Also, Magical and Magica thinks Pomeranians aren't terrifying, so you can't entirely trust her.
Pomeranians are demons.
are
They are, see?
adorable.
Oh, wow. Oh, split in the chat. Split in the chat.
Yeah, Pomeranians are demons.
They're cute, but they're demons.
Professional opinion.
The way
Yes, vintage Timbit, because I couldn't figure it out.
the way stats work in this game, whenever you are doing an action that involves mauling something, running or climbing, shrugging off damage, scaring people, anything that a bear would do, right? We will roll your bear skill. You have to roll under or equal to your stat in bear, so in this case 3. If you roll over, you fail. If you roll a 3 or under, you succeed. When you're doing anything that's not directly related to being a bear, that's a criminal roll. So same thing, if you roll over, you fail. If you roll on or under, you pass the roll and will be able to progress in a good way rather than a bad thing. If you're using something and you can justify that your bear's special skill would make it easier, you can roll 2d6 and you can choose the lowest for me. So if you're rolling something, for instance, Tim, and you can justify that your ability to climb as a black bear is going to help you, then absolutely, like, you get to roll twice and basically have advantage on that roll. Same goes for sensing honey. Same goes for apparently loving bamboo ace. You know, all of those things.
Oh, I love bamboo.
When you fail a roll, you move 1 point from criminal into bear. So in this case, you would end up with 4 you would end up with 4 bear and 2 criminal, because at the moment you have 3 and 3. If your plan goes off well, if you succeed in a roll, you move 1 point from bear into criminal. And the game is about balancing these 2 stats. Because here's the thing. If at any point your criminal stat reaches 6, you are lured into a life of crime and you betray the party. If at any point your bear stat reaches 6, you flip out and you probably get picked up by animal control. Yeah, either way, it's not a good ending. There are ways to voluntarily, out of the rolls, get your stats evened out. We will get to those as we need to. And now it's finally time for me to have to roll some damn dice. Because I don't know where this convention is that we're going to. I don't know where you're robbing right now. So first of all, let's find out who's organising this convention. The convention
You don't know where
organiser...
Honey Heist is?
I don't, but I do know that the convention organiser is ruthless and corrupt. So I'm going to pop that down. That's the first point. Ruthless and corrupt. You guys can all read that, right? You don't need to be bigger.
Nah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
That's perfect. Right, how does one make that bigger? Text family, here we are. Bam. No, we can go bigger than that. Come on, come on. Ruthless and corrupt convention organiser. We'll put you up there. Honeycon is being held in a 2d6 roll here. This is like all the pre-plan and then the info you guys get. Interesting. In a creepy wilderness retreat.
Oh yeah.
Why I brought my cowboy
You
hat.
guys are going to be right at home in a creepy wilderness retreat, right?
What is it? What is a wilderness retreat?
Camping, basically. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
pretty much.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're out in the wild.
You know, you guys are exactly where you want to be. You got home advantage in some ways. Got to appreciate that.
My hand is trying not to smudge anything. I know it's going to.
I mean, I wouldn't worry. I mean, I'm going to be trying to draw things. Aside from loads of honey, the ultimate thing you guys are trying to heist, the big prize is... You ready for this?
Oh.
Okay. There couldn't possibly be anything better than honey.
Man, I'm not even going to say what it is. I'm just going to write it out.
The queen of all bees.
The Queen of all Bees, once exiled, now returned, is the loot we're after. But little do the bears know. And this one I'm not telling you.
You're keeping
No.
secrets?
Yeah, I'm absolutely keeping secrets. You guys aren't going to know about this. So this is our base plan for how this game is going to be rolling out. This is what we know going in. So by now, you guys have all had time to work out some stuff about your bears. To get, like, some costumes designed. I freaking love Greg. Greg is glorious. Greg is so ready for this. Have we got some other names?
Greg
I'm
has a lampshade skirt that's being held up by a phone cord and like an extension cable.
No, I adore it. That is such a goddamn good... I've just realised I missed a D6. Hold on.
I'm angling for Lucifer.
Okay, this one I can give you as we get in. So,
I am realizing I erased the information I wrote down and I don't remember what the other bit was.
you were slick muscle, right?
Was it slick muscle?
You
I
were
think
slick.
so.
You were slick because we made a weird comment about
Yeah.
a slick sunny bear.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like our descriptive words could have been swapped around to be better,
No,
but I don't want it to be.
no. Why? Why would we want it to be better? So, what we are going to say is, you guys are going to the wilderness retreat of Camp. What's a really good punny name for this? Like a punny
Bear
name.
puns.
Bear puns. Yeah. By the way, this is all going to be puns. To make it very clear.
Camp
And we're just to be
hibernation.
clear, we're the only bears at this wilderness retreat. It's like a wilderness retreat for humans.
This is a wilderness retreat for humans. You guys are going to Honeycon, which is being held at this wilderness retreat, with the goal of stealing as much honey as you can, and I guess kidnapping the queen of all bees. That's your mission right now. That's your mission.
Oh, so we're in like a convention center, or are we trying to?
The wilderness
or-
retreat is hosting the convention. Is the best way to put it. It's not
So
actually a
some
full
might be
convention
outside,
center.
Some will be in TPs, some will be in...
Yeah, we're gonna have like all cabins
Okay.
and all the facilities, but it's obviously been done up for Honeycon because of course it has. For instance, you've heard rumours that there is an impenetrable vault somewhere, which is where you think the Queen of all Bees is held, and there's armed guards, which is very strange for the UK.
Very,
Okay.
very strange.
Very strange for the UK. Not only that, they're armed with tranquilizer guns as well, like specially designed for taking down bears. As low they know you're coming or something, like it's crazy. How
Who
weird is
told
that?
him?
Weird.
I doubt him.
One
Just
of
be
you
on the
might be a
Sweet Leaf
snitch.
Wilderness retreat.
We have a rat.
The Sweet Leaf Wilderness Retreat. Okay, so you guys, as a group, are all going to meet your contact, who we're going to call Bobo. Okay? Bobo is also a bear. Bobo is putting this job together. Bobo is outside the Sweet Leaf Wilderness Retreat in what passes for his office. We're talking this old, decrepit, ruined cabin that he might have murdered some people to get. You never
Full
know.
of picnic baskets.
It's quite, yeah, there's loads of picnic baskets in there. It's all been laid out on the spread. And we're
I
going
love the little Crocs.
we're go left to right here again. So we're going to say the first person to arrive and just tell us what you look like as you come in is Greg the Black Bear.
Sorry, where am I arriving to?
You're just arriving to the little pretend office of Bobo the bear, who's putting this heist together.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that I walk in. I'm not decked to the nines like I am on my picture. I don't walk in ready for trouble.
Make it double. Sorry, that's deeply ingrained.
I do walk in. I'm on all fours because bears.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this point, I do know we are going heisting in the human area, so I am wearing the lampshade with the curly phone cord and extension cord like suspenders on it to keep it up. But like my knives are like tucked into the edge of it, and like so is the handkerchief covering my face. That's for later.
Nice.
And of course, I am wearing my signature top hat atop my head because people need to know that I mean business.
Nice. So as you enter, there's this very large, very sort of like a older, grizzly bear just seated at what was once a table. And now he's just splintered wood because apparently he thought it would be a really good idea to set up an actual space for you all, and then remembered he's a freaking grizzly bear. Picnic baskets all over the place, and he looks at you and he's like, "Oh, you're Greg, aren't you?"
Question: have I seen Bobo before? Like, is
You
this my
know
first time
Bobo.
meeting him?
You know Bobo. He's a big
Okay,
deal.
so we go back. Okay.
Bobo is a big deal in the bear world. He retired some time ago. Doesn't come out for any old job, that kind of fella.
Yes, I'm a black bear. Yes, I'm a black bear, as evidenced by my black fur and my brown snout. And
did you know that
I'm
some
just gonna go sit in the
black
corner
bears
over
are
here.
brown and some brown bears are black?
Are there actually black bears that are brown?
I believe so. But it doesn't really
I
matter to
think
you
so.
because you're just a bear, and ultimately he's just a very, very boring man. So you have arrived. You are the thief. Next through the door is Overbold Kobold. What is your bear's name? Tell us what they look like.
So my bear's name is Lucifer.
Of course, it's Lucifer. Why wouldn't it be Lucifer? Can you just to make sure clear? Is it Lucifer?
Yeah, it's Lucifer.
Nice.
Nice.
No, let me write it somewhere here.
Lucifer.
This is Lucifer. And Lucifer comes in scrambling on all fours, taking a bit too many steps than he reasonably should, and he's wearing obviously his bowler hat, which is perfectly pristine, not an ounce of dirt or anything on it. He's got perfectly white fur that has blotches of all kinds of different stains that you don't quite understand, nor do you want to ask. He's wearing a Scream shirt that has been ripped off of a camper, and a pair of trousers where one of the legs is fully come off as well. And again, it's marked with stains, so you're I'm not going to ask questions, and a pair of Crocs, which are also flawless.
So this is the unhinged guy, right?
This is our face, yeah.
So when Bobo sees you come in, he turns around to greet the next bear and pass you the customary picnic basket. But instead, he meets your eyes. Oh, sorry, seat for you over there. And he just looks. He looks down at the stab scar in his side from the job many years ago.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to make any more eye contact than that. Next is our sun bear. What's his name?
So it's Helios.
Helios
is in fact just light condensed into the form of a bear.
The personification of sunlight.
The personification of sunlight as a bear, yeah. Obviously very muscular, wearing a crown and a bowler hat on opposite sides of the head because that's just how cool people do it.
100%. 100%.
Given that Helios is the personification of sunlight, is he a part of Hollow Hive?
Yeah, so he is the new VTuber
Oh,
in
that's
Hollow
so
Stars.
good. That's so good.
Tubing bear.
That's so good. Oh, okay. So, yeah, looks to you as he comes in and just reaches under the table, takes out a pair of sunglasses, puts them on so they don't just go blind, passes you the basket, says, I really liked you in that last stream you did.
Oh, I'm someone's Oshi then.
Where was it? Twitch.tv/Helios.
Oh, no. It was on YouTube because everyone in Hololive is on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a real fan. And he hushes you on.
YouTube is spelled like the tree wood U, like YEW.
Yes!
Yeah.
See, everyone, look, chat, you're getting it. This is what it's going to be. And finally, and I love that I can just kind of pat Ace Trainer Griff, kind of. Look at that. Look at that.
You're being inappropriately touched.
I'm going to grab your towel. Ban.
No.
Okay, next
Don't touch
walks
his
in
tail.
the last bear. What's their name? What do they look like?
They're called Chip, and they don't walk in, they roll in because they got caught in all the cords. And they've not really been able to get out of them for a while. So they kind of roly-poly in.
Poor Chip.
And they've been tracking you with their little beepy tracker. They just press the button a lot and it makes beeps when they get close. And they're like, ha! It took them like 3 months to find you because they lost the directions.
Yeah.
Because they're very incompetent.
That makes
but
sense.
it's okay because they got here in the end.
And Bobo looks down at his bear watch, which he's wearing for some reason, and he's like, oh, you're right on time because I told you 3 months early. And then he just reaches down onto his belly and there's just a tracker dart that you put there many months ago. And he hands it back to you and you roll on in and grab your basket. And then there you all are, sat around the table, 5 bears ready to commit crime. And he turns around and looks at the bunch of you and says, right, so who's the brains of this operation?
We all look at each other.
All the bears look at each other. No one speaks up.
I just heavy breathe.
Bobo is
just
intentionally
heavy breathing.
not sitting near you. Dino, we'll be picking up that after the stream because obviously roleplay game. So what he eventually
Greg's
does,
probably just looking out the window.
is he just looks around to you to try and figure out who he's the least intimidated by, and eventually he turns to you, Greg, and says, "All right, I guess you're in charge, Greg."
No?
Yeah, and what he does is he reaches under the table and says, I got some blueprints, and he just rolls out a full map that he somehow got of Camp Sweet Tea. Was it Sweet Tea or Sweet Leaf?
Sweet. I said
Leaf.
sweet leaf, but I'm not that fussed about it.
Let's say it's Sweet Leaf, but he says it's Sweet Tea because he's a bear and he doesn't understand things. So there's a whole map out. And when I say a whole map that he's got somehow, I mean a map that he has drawn in something red. You don't want to think too hard about it. It's very messy, as you can see above. This is on the tabletop right now. This is your map. And he begins to give you a bit of an overview of what to expect. Camp Sweet Tea. I like the idea that every time we refer to it, it's by a different name.
I think it's just the dry season, so the leaf became tea.
Yeah. Camp Sweet Stick, okay, is a wilderness retreat and a camp that is always booked all the time by holiday makers. You know, in the summer, it's phenomenal for the rich flora and the forests. In the winter, damn, it is like a winter wonderland out here. People love it. We're in summer right now. It's the height of the season. And there are holiday makers everywhere. And Honeycon has only made the destination more popular. Like, you saw a lot of people on the way here. Some of them gave you guys kind of a bit of a sideways glance. It's like, oh, that human looks a little bit funny, especially the one rolling around in cables and the one with the knives. You know.
No, it's fine. I've got a moustache.
The one made of solid light's fine though.
But they were definitely humans, you know. No, that one was fine. That one was that person was just really dazzling. But the camp is secure because this is no ordinary Honeycon. Okay, there's been rumours that the organizer, the ruthless and corrupt, I nearly said a name and probably shouldn't. Fuck it, Jeff Bezos, who's organised Honeycon this year.
Done.
The ruthless and corrupt Jeff Bezos.
Oh wait, Fox, what happened to your affiliate status?
It's gone. Ruthless and corrupt Jeff Bezos, who's organised Honeycon, apparently has managed to get hold of the Queen of all bees and has her locked up in an impenetrable vault. No one has seen the Queen of all bees in years. Okay.
Somehow the Queen of all bees returned.
Exactly. It's the Queen of all bees, Justine Bieber. We're gonna hate this, aren't we?
I mean, I'm here for it.
I'm so
here for
glad.
all
I'm
the
so
meme
glad.
threads,
I'm
you
so
know me.
glad. As long as one person appreciates it, I don't mind everyone else suffering. The Queen of all bees, Justine Bieber, has apparently returned, and yeah, he's locked up somehow, and he's locked up in his impenetrable vault.
I
And
can't
you know,
believe you didn't go with Beyonce.
oh, we could do. Do you want Beyonce?
I prefer
Well, she's the
Beyonce.
queen.
Let's do it.
Beyonce is
Queen
better,
Bey.
yeah.
All right, it's Beyonce. It's Beyonce. So Beyonce, and he's locked up in the vault, and you know, the Queen of all bees. That's some good honey. So you guys have been brought in to rob this place. You guys have been brought in to get as much loot out of here as you can, get the Queen of all bees out, and escape somehow. Lots of moving parts to this plan. You guys got to work out what you're going to do here. And Bobo's retired. He ain't going to be coming on this one with you. He was here to organise it, give you the map, give you a little bit of like wisdom to get started with. But really, it's the brains of the operation here you guys are going to have to listen to. Okay, Greg?
Why? How did I become the leader here?
And Greg.
Greg is sitting there, just like looking out the window, trying to process the fact that they became the leader. Also, a little bit miffed that they were the only one who wasn't given a picnic basket. But you know, they'll live.
You see, Greg.
Hi.
You see, Greg. The thing is,
True leader fashion.
one of them was 3
All
months
the
late.
work, no extra pay.
One of them was 3 months late. One of them stabbed me, and the last one's just a ball of floating light, masquerading as a bear, masquerading as a human. So really, you're the only choice.
Oh.
I only allegedly stabbed you.
Yeah. It was never proven. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that anymore, I promise. I'm sorry, Lucifer.
There's just this look on Greg's face, just like looking down the table, like, how much am I being paid for this? What am I doing?
And with that,
Is this gonna be worth it?
Bobo slides the map to you, okay, and says, "You all bought something that you thought would be helpful for the heist, didn't you? Each of you can have one item that would make sense to you to have bought along that might have kind of just helped you, just as a fun narrative thing. What would make
Knife.
sense? Yeah. Lucifer has a
Sunglasses.
knife. Sunglasses.
I kind of.
If I can figure out how it's helpful.
I don't want to say my thing because I think it's stupid.
No. We're here for it.
You know the
Have
little
we-
beepy thing that I have in my hand?
The
I
remote
feel
thing.
like I feel like there should just be a hidden bomb somewhere in Honey Heist, and I don't know where it is.
Sure, sounds good. You have a detonator. Tim?
So have we seen the Queen of all bees before? Like, is it actually just like a bee-sized bee, or is it like?
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen the Queen of all bees. Have you guys seen the
How
Queen of all bees?
sexy is the bee?
How sexy is it? I mean, I haven't seen the Queen of all bees. I've never seen them. Like, there are only rumors these days, right? Like,
The Queen of all bees got to be pretty sexy, right?
you have to imagine
Yeah.
so.
What a woman.
She had to be at least a bee.
Because we're gonna need something to smuggle the bee out in. We can't just like
Yeah.
take her with us.
Yeah, it's tricky on a skate vehicle or something. Okay.
Wait, what?
I should just pointed out they had a bomb.
Pull the bee out in a bomb.
Okay.
Well, that's how we can open up a path out the back door or
Yeah,
something, or wherever that bomb's going
Well, I
off.
mean,
But then,
I have
Well,
a detonator. I
You
don't know
guys
where
didn't.
the
You guys didn't roll a driver, which is kind of interesting. So, again, if you guys are gonna get out of here, you're gonna have a way to escape and stuff. You'll be looking at for that as you go. Tim, anything kind of crazy you want to bring with you, just so you've got it?
are we just trying to like bust the Queen of all bees out of there? Like she's trying to escape, or is this like a we're stealing her and she's coming with us?
She's in the vault. It's a heist, as far as you know. You're just kidnapping her.
Okay.
But
Hmm.
but who knows? Maybe she's working with Jeff Bezos
She would
intentionally.
Never.
Oh, she was.
So I guess the question is, why are we trying to steal the Queen of all bees?
Because she makes all the honey.
Makes loads of really good honey.
Hmm.
Your thieves, and there's also more honey at
Is
Honeycon.
she the only one that can make honey? Like if we just set off the bomb in Honeycon,
I will not
and
settle
there just
for
happens
this
to be some
honey.
casualties.
So this is a good time to talk about the value of honey beyond the fact that you're bears and you want to steal honey. Statistically, there is something that honey will help you with in this game. So I mentioned if you ever fail a roll, you have to put a point into bear from criminal. If you ever succeed in a roll, doesn't matter what you're rolling, by the way, bear or criminal when you do this, if you succeed in a roll, point goes into criminal from bear. And you can never max out one of those stats or you're in the danger zone. If you ever consume a unit of honey, just any honey that you find around honeycomb, you can take a point back out of criminal and put it into bear. If you ever need to go the other way, you can do a flashback scene of planning the heist or something you did to prep for this heist. And just make it suitably dumb.
Can I take a second just to appreciate the fact that I think Lucifer's wearing Crocs?
Yeah, it's on the beach, right? It's sunburn.
Yeah.
Spotless Crocs too.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, is there anything you would like to bring with you on this trip, Tim?
The issue is I'm a bear. I don't have pockets.
But that's not stopped anyone else. Don't worry.
Cartoon logic.
I guess
We have hammer spoons.
This is why you're the brains. Lockpicking kit sounds great.
Lockpicking kit because I'm the thief.
That sounds great. So
I like the idea. I'm just holding the detonator.
That doesn't seem as useful as my sunglasses. I don't know.
you guys are currently looking at this tatty map that Bobo has slid you across the table, right? And again, this is drawn in. You don't want to know, and that is literally the extent of the map that he has slid across to you. You don't know what any of that means, but he is actually right now collecting his. Hold on, I didn't roll for this, and I really should, right? It only seems right. He's collecting his crown. Bobo has a crown. He's putting his crown on his head and just preparing to walk out and say, "Oh, see you when the job's done." Anything you guys want to ask Bobo before he goes? Are you guys just ready to roll?
I'm literally going to roll. So is the ground spiky or?
I mean, yeah, the floor is very splintered because this grizzly bear has made a home out of what is essentially ruins for a while.
Oh,
Bobo, could you walk to the edge, please?
Bo.
He pretends not to hear Lucifer.
Bo. I want a hug. I want a hug, Bobo.
But what about the restraining order?
I hate that.
I guess before Bobo leaves, I ask where are we taking Queen Bee when we get out when we break her out?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know. Do you want to come back here and we'll get her here and split the money? No, she's not money. She's a bee. Oh, I didn't think this through at all. But that's all right, Greg. You're the brains.
Job cancelled. He's got to think about it, guys. Good run.
Greg, you're the brains, Greg. You can work it out as we go. You've got my WhatsApp.
I am the brains.
Wasps app.
Wasps app. Wasps app.
Wasp app. Oh
Nice. And Overbold did that one, so they can't even complain about puns from this point onwards.
Hey.
So with that, if no more questions, Bobo is out of there, and you are left poring over this map. The actual location of the camp is maybe a 10-minute roll, I guess, from where you are right now. There's a road leading into it, which the one part you'll have a very clear idea of what it is, just from your journey here so far, will be that this part where the E is clearly the entrance because of the roads leading up towards it. That's clearly the main entrance, but the rest of it is very high walled. So you guys ready to start heading down there? Is there anything else you need to get straight?
I'm all good.
I'm thinking I'm feeling relatively stabby, so I should be fine.
Okay, good. That's great. Anyone else?
I don't know.
Think I'm good.
Should we leave?
I sort of presume that everyone looks to Greg for like guidance.
Yeah, everyone looks to Greg.
Yeah.
Stop receiving me.
Because Bobo did say they were in charge, right? So
Oh,
Let
why am I
me
in charge?
leave, Father.
welcome on, Mark.
It's
Here.
tangled,
Hey,
so,
Mark,
I
it's good to
feel
see you.
like you said that, like you popped up right next to me, and I just like kind of like that gentle kind of like I need distance from you, just like arm's length you away from me, because you were just like in the personal space.
I like
saying
the
that.
idea that like Chip just slowly like bounces towards you because
Chip seems super happy. I like Chip a lot.
Chip is very happy. when we get closer to humanity, he might try to pretend walk because he's,
Does-
as I said, a bit tangled.
Does anyone know that's a detonator they're carrying?
I don't know. I've been pressing it to find out where you guys are, and I'm assuming there's another button. I just wasn't in range of the bomb, so it's all good.
Okay, good to know. I'll let you know when you're in range of the bomb, I guess.
I don't even know if I know
God.
it's a detonator.
Oh.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna roll to figure it out.
if that's,
I like the idea that I know it's a detonator.
Mhm,
I mean that tracks, frankly.
that tracks.
All right, so in that case, I guess the group of you leave the cabin and start plodding your way towards Honeycomb.
We haven't planned anything. We haven't looked at the map.
Oh, look at the map. Start planning. You guys go. You guys take it away. Bobo's gone.
We were planning stuff.
Okay, anyway, gather round.
All
I
right,
just
you guys,
lay
you
the
guys,
map
you
out on the
guys.
table. Do my best not to shred it to bits with my clawy bear paws.
You know, in a
I'm, like,
movie,
trying to-
in a movie like this is where like the planning music starts playing. You know.
As the hacker, I would like to use my intelligence to tell you all that there is an E on that map. I see it. E.
Thank you, Chip,
I
for
also
your
there is.
contribution.
There's either a 5 or an S, and I think that's all I can give you.
This. We're in.
It's very helpful. Thank you.
I'm good at talking to people.
So
Like
what are we looking at on this map? What can we discern? We got, like, I'm guessing the L is a lake. I don't know what the S is. E is for entrance.
There's
That
a
looks like
very
there's a river, but no
remember.
bridge.
Remember, this is a map that's been drawn by Bobo on effectively.
Oh my
tattered
god,
paper.
Bobo drew the map. Okay.
So, what you're looking at are splotchy red lines that go around in a large, to be fair, kind of intentionally drawn shape for the what you assume to be the exterior of the camp. Something that seems to be cutting across the middle of it. What you presume to be the road from your journey so far and the entrance into the camp. Something labelled 5 or S, that's what Chip said. I don't know, I can't read, Bear. And something above it with kind of, it almost looks like the little left-hand bottom corner of a house when you draw a house, you know? I don't know what that is either.
I think.
Therefore.
How do we know anything about the grounds before we get there, or is this like full going in blind?
Have any of you been to the camp before? On any previous jobs, or even just a holiday?
Has anyone been stabbed on the camp?
Oh, but-
No, Lucifer, did you stab anybody at the camp?
Okay, you know what? I think you should save this for a flashback scene.
I should.
But yeah, let's say that you know. Let's say that you have been here before. We'll revisit that later. Why you know that. But let's say you've been here before during the massacre of 84.
The bite of 87.
So you tell me.
The bite of 87.
So yeah, the bite of 87, fine. But the biting was done with knives. The knife bite of 87. So the knife bite of 87 took place. What was the camp like? What does that camp like? You tell me. You might even know what that L is.
The L. L is a wonderful place to swim. There was lots and lots of leeches. Yeah.
Could you do me a favor? Could you?
Yes.
You probably have a whole bunch of bigger dice there, right?
Yeah.
Can you just roll a D100 for me?
Oh, I don't. Oh.
You're giving me salad fingers vibes, and it's scary.
I'm changing this voice every 2 seconds. 12.
12. Okay, cool. Hold on to that number for me for later. Anyway,
There were 12
Oh, no.
leeches. I'm just gonna write it down here.
Okay.
so yeah, what can you tell us about
I'm
the camp?
gonna I'm gonna guess that's a lake based on the leech's comment.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a
God,
drinking
really hopes.
fountain.
It's a drinking fountain.
It's summer right now, and you know it's going to be very busy with holiday makers. You know that the grounds are obviously, you know, when you think like British centre parks, a lot of it is trees, a lot of it is actual nature with the campsites and the areas like that interdispersed around, the cabins, the lodges, all that kind of thing. And then, you know...
Okay.
So that's
this
the
map
kind
is like
of...
a very small
It's kind.
chunk of where we're going.
No,
This
this
isn't the whole ground.
this is the grounds. This is the grounds, but like it's clearly not to a very good scale because it was drawn by a bear in blood.
I figured out.
Wait,
thought it was
blood?
strawberry jam. I thought it was strawberry jam.
Oh shit! No, the twist. I ruined the twist.
I figured out the map.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You know that 5?
Yeah.
It's a squiggle. And do you know what else squiggles? Bees.
Blood.
And you know what else makes bees? Wait, no. You know what bees
What
make?
makes bees?
Honey. The S stands for bees.
Exactly. So we should go to the S and get the B.
Solid plan. Solid plan.
Mm.
I'd like to imagine Greg
Greg
right now
is
just sobbing.
To the best that you can imagine. Greg has like their bear paw just like grabbing between their eyes, just like.
I would like to remind you that I am incompetent. That is my word.
The best part is, wasn't Tim the rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the rookie, and I've like barely done any like
It's
TTRPG
literally-
stuff before, and
It's
for some
your
reason you
first
decided,
job.
hey,
Like,
she's
hey,
gonna
just lead
this.
everything.
It's literally it's literally Greg's first ever heist.
First ever heist.
If
You've
you
only
want.
watched heist movies up to this point.
If you
Pretty
want,
much, basically, it's like yeah.
if you want, I could lead.
You were there like,
Okay,
hey, we have
we
have
can't
a
have the
face,
unhinged
but
one leading.
they're
Okay,
so unhinged.
okay.
Maybe
Wait,
you
wait,
guys
wait,
should be
wait.
a democracy.
Okay,
How fluorescent is Helios?
Oh, it is horrendous.
Oh, very pure light. Yeah.
Okay, you are actually the full personification of light. You're basically just like a walking, talking orb.
Yeah. With
Okay.
paws.
body.
But
Yeah,
like
there's no body, just floating paws.
Floating paws.
but the good news is that the sunglasses are kind of acting as almost like a reverse set of sunglasses, and it's kind of helping you guys
Okay,
a little bit. It's helping you guys a little bit.
That at
That's
least
exactly
tells
what
us that we
sunglasses
need to
do.
take a day approach because he's not going to be able to sneak at night.
It's still
He's gonna be so-
it's still obnoxious, by the way. It's obnoxiously bright in this room.
I could.
I have nerfed us horrendously
I could fix
by
the
refusing to draw an
problem.
actual bear.
See, in order to see the light, they'd need eyes.
I mean, at this point, Lucifer's got a point.
That is a very, very good point, honestly.
I mean, it's not wrong. Objectively, it's correct.
I could add to my collection.
Okay, I think we need to. We have seen to the best of our ability. We've made out kind of what we can. Lucifer has informed us that the L is most likely a lake. I think the best thing we can do now is make our way towards the retreat through the woods, mind you. Let's not be walking on the roads where people can get a good look at us.
Chip has
And
informed
And
yeah.
you.
with that, Chip is going to just start roly-poling out the door.
Right.
I'm here for it.
Chip's leading. So I just want to try and get an idea of what this is looking like, because Chip is rolling and I guess just doing occasional little bounces. I like to imagine Helios is literally just floating.
Chip is faster when he rolls. He could get up and waddle, but he's very constrained, so the roll is
Aww. Chip's adorable. I want more adventures of Chip
Chip
after
is
this.
absolutely adorable.
I don't want any more adventures of Lucifer.
I'm so sorry. You were like unhinged, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know what kind of unhinged I want to do because I've roleplayed a lot of unhinged characters with you guys.
So
But also, if you guys don't leave fast enough, all you're going to hear is a bonk as Chip rolls into a tree.
I mean, I imagine you're faster than them, so there'll be a lot of rolling into trees.
Uh-huh.
So you guys are all heading out, I assume, away from this cabin,
Mhm.
and I guess you're just going for the front entrance, because remember, you are disguised as humans.
Yeah. I would. I'm the face of the party.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
this. We got this.
Do you
Yeah.
head
I
towards the
mean,
front entrance?
Chip has one way to get into buildings,
Mhm.
and that is the only way he knows how to get in.
Question: does Chip have any additional bombs on them to plant for later, or is this just like there's one in there? You left it there last year during the convention. And just like
There's one in there. He dropped it. He doesn't know where. But he was all ready for this heist. He was like, oh my god, I have already... The only reason he's on this heist is because he told them he'd already infiltrated it and planted bombs.
Question, we were given picnic baskets by Boba. What's in them?
There was 1 piece of honey each.
Oh, okay.
So put it in your inventory. You've got it if you need it. I'll say your inventory. Just remember,
Hey.
you can put down. You've got 1 piece of honey. Just remember, when you eat that, you will be moving 1 point from criminal to bear. So you kind of want to save it so you
Okay.
can try and keep yourself safe from ever going into a critical mass. So that's like a bit of insurance you've got in the meantime. So as you guys are all together coming up towards, in the distance, you can see what is very unusual. And it's definitely new to you, Chip, because, apparently you and Lucifer have both been here before. Now, as it turns out, the law has expanded. Very tall walls. Like, it feels like they have erected a preposterously large wall around Honeycon. Clearly, Jeff Bezos is doing his best to protect his investment in Queen of All Bees and Honeycon 2024. Wait a minute, it's 2025. I've got the year wrong.
Yeah.
You got the year
I got the
Yeah.
Budget
year on this
cuts,
whole
they had to
time.
use last year's banner.
Yeah, that's it. They're using last year's banner. That's the rule. It is 2024 as far as you guys are concerned right now, because you guys don't. You're bears. You don't know any different. It's fine. You don't even know what those numbers mean. Okay, they're just squiggles. And as you're coming up towards it, the front entrance is manned by 2 watchtowers, armed guards in the towers, and guards at the gates checking people as they approach, like a messed up militant Center Parks retreat. Okay. And there are, but all the time, there's just family and holiday makers in, station wagons and such, just driving up the roads. You can hear voices coming from the cars, like, I can't wait to go into Lazy River, from families and things like that. So there's cars coming up, queuing, getting ready to enter, waiting for their turn, and there's you guys in the tree line just approaching.
Okay, I suggest we hold back a little bit from being quite in the island of the humans. We're dressed as humans and humans are dumb, but let's not give them every opportunity, What kind of wall is around the retreat? Like normally a wilderness retreat would basically just be like a log fence, but it sounds like he's got something a little bit more solid.
So it is a log fence, but then as you get to the top of what the original log fence was, you just have effectively uncharacteristically well supported steel just going around as well, and barbed wire on the top. This is a comically high level.
But the bottom part is still wood.
The bottom part is still
It is
wood.
built on top of the old fence.
And absolutely looks flimsy in places. Probably because there's some steel on top of it now.
Wait. Greg,
Yes.
Chip wants to ask. Well, he says very confidently he knows how to get in. Can you give him the go-ahead?
Tell me your plan, Chip. Talk to me.
Over the years as a tech hacker, he's learned a surefire way to get into any building.
I swear to God, it's a bomb, Chip.
He wants the go-ahead.
We are not setting off a bomb.
He's not
So close. We are not setting off a bomb so close to the entrance.
Have a plan.
People will learn humans and they
Immediately.
will become terrified and skittish.
I have a plan.
Yes, Lucifer, what is your plan?
Yes, Lucifer, what is your plan?
I could ask nicely if one of the kind humans will lend us their car.
Does
How about
asking nicely involve a knife?
No.
Could Chip start butt bouncing towards the entrance?
Absolutely.
No, Chip, come back here. Oh my God.
Do you come back? Do you come back, Chip?
No, if they stop me, I'll come back. But
Okay.
if they're just saying it.
Oh, I just grab I grab Chip by their backpack bandolier thing they've got on, just halt them from going away.
So while I understand that Chip is a freaking panda bear,
Yeah.
the way you're playing them makes me think they're a little panda bear, right?
Yeah, they're only
Cool.
young.
So I like the idea that you're just kind of still trying to butt bounce along, but you've been held up in the air by
He's
Greg.
incompetent because he's actually just a child.
He's literally 6.
Are we next to bushes?
Oh yeah, there's
I would
loads of flora,
assume-
loads of flora here.
Yeah, I would assume we are well covered. If somebody was looking in the woods looking for something, they'd be able to see us, but we're kind of
Okay. While the
Semi-blended.
attention, while the
I would maybe
attention is on.
suggest that we
Oh,
look for a weak spot in the fence, especially considering they built this heavy steel thing on top of this very probably flimsy, very old
There's like a creak as you're
weathered
saying it.
wooden fence.
I'm
But
gonna.
Greg, if you just wiggle wires at humans, they let you in.
I'm gonna try and attempt to slink backwards into the bushes.
What, like serial killer style, just disappearing like Homer Simpson?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Lucifer, where are you going?
Is this something you want to roll for?
Lucifer.
I mean, the goal is to get away from the party so I can try the car idea.
Give me a criminal
so
roll.
unless I'm stopped.
Give me a criminal roll.
Lucifer!
I love how Greg is our leader. Greg has lost all control.
No one was ever going to have control of this party.
I rolled a 4.
The leadership position was very honorary, let's be real. You rolled a 4, you have found your role, which means, explain to me, so first of all, the frustration kicks in, so you're going to be taking 1 point from criminal and point into bear, so you're now on 2-4 as opposed to 3-3. And explain to me how it is that you try to fade backwards into the bushes and everyone sees you.
Well, they're a bright white bear.
Yeah, I am a polar bear. So it's just like turning around and just seeing like this bright white bear try and sneak past some bushes.
I also like to imagine that you
Shout,
start...
nobody look, as we all turn around to look at you.
I'm disappearing into the bushes now.
You're funny saying it. So you won't be able to sneak away because you have been spotted and stopped.
Also, polar bears are freaking huge. I love the idea, but the bush is really small.
Yeah, it's like a blue.
In fact,
as well, so
in
I get
fact,
some,
in
like,
fact, in
stains.
fact, this failure, okay, I'm going to throw another little consequence on this. As the next person drives through the gate, the next car that comes up, there's just this little girl, and she's looking out the window, like excited for a holiday, and she's like, Mummy, why is that fat human trying to get into the bushes? And she's like,
I point
you're not
at
allowed
her.
to say that. You're not allowed to say that, Matilda. And she's like, oh.
I point at
and
her.
figures
I
her
point
out.
at the child.
And the child has the fear of God in them as the window rolls up because they, for a minute, have realised what you are, a terrible person. But yeah, no, that's yeah. So you're starting to get a bit visible by the road, is what I'm saying. But you know, they still think you're human. Just hiking, you know.
Yes, fear me. Oh my god. What a
Okay,
goodness,
so
this-
while Lucifer is grappling with the shame of their failure,
Chip is still bouncing.
I'm going to start checking the wooden part of the fence
Yeah, sure.
for loose boards and encourage Helios and Chip to do the same.
Okay, so you head up to the part of the fence, and it seems pretty sturdy in the sense that the damn thing is, you know, let's be real, it's large wooden palisades almost, right? Like it's very secure, it's very future-proofed. But then they built a whole bunch of crap on it, so there's places where stuff is fully buckling, and you're only young, Chip, you know.
Yeah,
It's probably been a while since you've seen any actual bamboo.
yeah,
And, you know, these are just big, large, straight sticks of wood.
they are. They're really, really big bits of wood.
They look a lot like they could, you know, I could see him being confused with bamboo.
As Greg is walking around holding me up so I don't bounce away, I want to take a big nom out of the wood.
A big nom out of the wood. Okay.
Mhm.
Give me a bear roll.
Ah.
So you get to roll twice because of the bamboo thing and give me the lowest number.
3 is the lowest.
That is good. So that is a success because you have a skill of 3. So take 1 point from bear and put it into criminal because your plan went off well, as literally that section of the wall begins to collapse.
Yeah.
I love the idea that Greg is
Collapse?
just holding me up and I just take a big bite out of it and the wall just falls in.
So Chip is just chipping away at this wall, eating away, and just the part of the wood is just dropping enough that you could probably squeeze through, but they just keep eating, and you're hearing some unhealthy sounding creaks from the steel up top. So
Just yank Chip away. That's enough.
But you do have a way in if you can squeeze through now.
You're gonna get a tummy ache.
No, but it's not me.
No, it's not bamboo. You will get sick.
Can I ask a quick question about the lore of one of these characters?
Yes.
Can Helios just fly over the wall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am floating right now. Yeah.
He's like, I am
So-
pure light.
So
You just
I'm
melt a
like
hole through the wall.
only the sun and the arms bit. Like I have then tied a rope with trousers and shoes below me so that I look more human-like.
Mm-hmm. It makes a lot of sense.
So I can just fly over. Yeah.
So looking at this space
Because
in the
I'm just gonna
wall
break everything.
that Chip has effectively created, you guys can absolutely make it a squeeze.
Oh yeah, I go in.
So-
If they make it a squeeze, can I just walk through?
Oh yeah, you can walk through. You can walk through arms spread. You're
Yeah,
just,
I know,
that
I'm
makes
just
you
gonna
so
float
funny.
over the top.
I would
Okay,
love
before
it. If I could
before
grab my
anybody
arm.
goes through, I kind of poke my head through and just check to make sure the coast is clear.
Okay, so Greg creaks up to the fence and fully holding out their arms, trying to just ward off the others, cartoon waving them back and forth style, as like, please just goddamn wait for a second. You stick your big old black bear head through. That's a weird thing to say. Black bear head through. No, I had to say the whole thing. You stick your big old bear head through.
Fast.
And you look left, all you can see is the road, and obviously at this point, they're not queuing anymore, so the cars are more sporadically weaving their way through the roads towards what is probably guest services somewhere. To the right, just more woods, you can't see anything, it's just hilly landscape, trees, brambles, it looks pretty clear. There are still armed guards along the road, but they're far to the left, and, you know, they're not looking this way, they're watching the entrance.
Okay, so where do we have an idea of where on the map we've entered through the fence?
We're going to say you are, again, you're right by the road. So we're going to say you're kind of, hold on, I need to actually be able to draw. We're going to say you're like basically right here. Remember,
Okay, and the armed guards are off to the left?
to the right, sorry. To the right, sorry, my mistake,
Okay.
if you're on the right road. If you're on the left road. But yeah, remember, this is really not very to scale, this map. Bear that in mind. Like, this was done by...
That's fair that it's not to scale. I just want to know what side of everything we're on.
Yeah. Like the cabin's sort of down
Okay.
in this way somewhere, you know. Boop, 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 boop. There you go.
Okay.
Did you enjoy that, Ace?
I did. I'm channeling a lot of Chip right now.
Chip's a
Okay,
good boy.
I,
Channel characters.
I stepped through the fence and I kind of waved the others through, kind of behind me, keeping a watch out to make sure
Step
nobody's
through.
looking this way as I kind of usher them behind me and kind of towards where the left would be from where we came in.
You beckon everyone
Hand
in.
signals.
So get in here.
So everyone
That,
follows
that like
instructions?
mom point where where they're just like rough hand gestures, like get in here now, over there.
Yeah, so you guys are in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're inside. You've made it in. You just still kind of you still got tree
Why
cover.
did you? Oh, that was Suki. I was like, why did you feel the need to add that somehow?
Oh. I'm just, I can't see returned without thinking of somehow.
Oh,
Palpatine returned.
somehow Palpatine returns.
Oh.
Anyway, so you guys make it in. You're on the other side of like the big old log steel barbed wire fence now.
Can I point at the S building and go, it's this, whatever it is.
I mean,
like,
what-
it's the
These.
triple beam thing.
What you're effectively pointing at is just trees because again, lots of space in here. You're gonna have to move a bit to get anywhere near whatever that S might be. I assume you still got the map,
Yes.
so
We
you
took
kind of
that
can at
with us
least
when
so
we
you can
left.
use that to orient yourselves in some way, you know, and like sort of tell in which direction you're going, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'm
Mhm.
going to activate human likeness mode and stand up.
Okay, so you will watch as Chip kind of, you know, the droidicas from Star Wars
Yes.
shifts from the ball into a vague sitting situation and then starts scuttling. Chip kind of,
Puts up the force field.
Hang on, I see this happening, and I go, "Oh, it looks like Chip is holy shit, dude."
I like the idea that Chip does have a force
Destroyers.
field, but it just immediately sputters out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wibble wobbles now.
Yeah, he's super waddly.
He's super waddly, but he looks
Like
much,
a cowboy.
like a cowboy. He tries to walk like those old cowboy movies. With the right
Cowboy,
legs.
baby.
So now you're all on the other side of the fence. Chip is up. You hear a... The mic is like loudspeakers all over the camp, which are apparently everywhere, and you can just hear it anywhere you are because they've been put in every freaking tree or something. It's like... the honey tasting will begin in 20 minutes. That is, the honey tasting begins in 20 minutes.
Oh. Where?
Yes. Let us go.
Lettuce.
We need to get
L
some
for
information on
lettuce.
what's going on
Elf
here.
and lettuce!
I feel like Bobo set us up for failure here. Okay,
To the lake.
we need like a pamphlet. What are you talking about? The
You
lettuce?
say that, I immediately go off to get a pamphlet from someone.
Do you know what? The guys at the entrance literally have pamphlets they're giving to people in the cars.
Yeah, like they'll have a better map.
They
I
won't,
go
'cause I don't want to
over
draw
there.
one.
I go
Yeah.
over
We'll make
there.
Fox redraw this whole thing.
No! So, at that point, Lucifer just kind of walks over to the road that basically you just snuck past.
And I outstretch my paw and give them my best smile, which again looks slightly unhinged. But
What-
I like
what
I
are you-
imagine
glance.
it's like this, like you're trying to smile like a human, and so like the edges of your mouth are just like twitching as you're like,
Yeah.
like and it's just kind of like this weird mix between like a smile and like a sneer.
I love
just
that we snuck past this place just to go and walk over and ask for a map.
What?
Yeah.
What are you trying to accomplish with this way you're... Because remember, you can't really talk to humans, but you can kind of garble some human words. Are you, like, trying to actually say something? Are you just kind of, like, putting out your hand, like, please, sir, I want a map? Little British
I'm
boy
putting
style?
out my paw like I
Please,
want
sir.
a map. And all that comes out is basically like map.
So the guard turns around. Is like clearly not expecting anybody to be there. Can you give me a criminal roll, by the way, for this? See how this
Oh,
goes.
God. This is not gonna go well for me.
Mhm.
I can count on it, but no, I rolled a 4.
You're on a 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So he turns to you, and the guy's wearing glasses. He's got like a completely shaven face. He's wearing... You're getting a good look now at what these armed guards look like, and there is a full bulletproof vest going on. Okay, these are not playing around. He's got
Didn't
tasers.
say knife proof.
He's got... Oh, no, it's not knife. It's not knife proof. Obviously, that's more expensive. He's got like the taser at his side. He's got a tranquilizer gun at the other side. He's got a full auto rifle, and he turns and he looks at you, kind of like tilts his glasses, says, "Strictly one map per holiday maker. You're already in, so you should have your map."
Damn.
I like the Crocs.
Got to sneak back out again.
Helios, go!
And he like shoos you away. Make sure, because you found that, by the way, you put the point from criminal to bear.
Yeah.
So unless
I
I'm
am
mistaken,
getting-
you're on 5-1 right now. You can always... So you're going to have to start thinking about one of those flashbacks if you want to try and like a... Or even succeeding on a bear roll at some point to try and get your criminal back up. So just think about what you want to do.
I'm kind of half tempted to try and just bear it away from this guy.
Whoa, what, you just want to like go for the carnage?
I just like I wanna my eye twitches like a little bit of being told no. And it's like I wanna see if I can forcefully grab it in a way that scares the living shit out of him.
Remember, if you fail this roll, you are literally out of the game. We'll have to like work something out, because at that point you're at 6 bet. Are you sure you don't want to eat some honey first?
Do you want
I
to
will-
stare with severe
No,
eye
no.
contact?
Don't eat honey.
No, not eat honey. Are you sure you don't want to do your weird murder flashback first?
Oh wait, yeah.
I'll do my weird murder flashback first.
So we have a flashback. There's like a, the
We
wavy
need the honey
lines.
after that.
The wavy lines come over the screen as he tells you no, okay? And suddenly you're back here at the massacre of 84, where 12 campers were killed. Tell me what happened.
So I like to think that this time was taking place over like a Halloween period, and they were
Oh,
doing
naturally. Of
kind
course
of
it was.
like a spook like thing in the woods, and it's like a proper horror movie setup, right? And people watching like scary movies in the woods and things like that. And I'm just a little polar bear that managed to escape the zoo at that point. So I'm kind of walking around, then I hear all of these sounds from this big shiny like projected TV that was up on a wall, and I'm like curious, tilting my head and watching it and stuff like that. And eventually one of these like teenagers gets up to go get like a drink or something, sees a fucking bear and gets together like his mates to big man for all the girls and try and get rid of this bear.
Yo, there's a bear. I'm going to kick it.
I have an important question.
What?
Is he wearing Crocs?
I'll get to this.
Okay.
So they come over and they start being really mean to Lucifer, who only has dubbed his sports mode, of course.
Up until this point, was known as Lucy.
Yeah, this was little Lucy, right? And they came over and they started basically like shoving sharp things in his face, and he was really scared because he was watching all these spooky movies. So he lashes. Oh my god, one of my dice are on the floor. Hang on, I'll get it in a second. So he was like really, really scared. So he did the only thing that he thought he could do as a like quote unquote human to warn them off, which is by grabbing the knife
Oh,
and
God.
like Shining style ripping into one of them. And turns out he actually really enjoyed it. It was a really
That's
fun
how
time.
he enjoyed it, yeah.
So
And he had Crocs, right?
So that guy had no. Wait. As he's mauling this guy, the guy's actually wearing like a Scream shirt.
I was gonna say it's the shirt, yeah.
The Scream shirt. So he goes off and he starts mauling some other folks, and he's like, "Oh damn, I really like this. Actually, this is great." Mauls another teen, rips off one of the jean legs, and is like, "Oh, I actually like
You've been
these. They're
wearing
in my
these same
size."
clothes for 20-something years. Oh, God, 40 years. It's
And then-
2025.
And then the 12th person shows up to check on the 11 kids, right? And this is a guy who comes in out of a rush wearing a bowler hat and Crocs. And he drowns that last older, like, guardian for these teenagers in the lake.
And the whole thing's done to just happy music.
Yeah. And now, anytime he walks into a room, he has a severe temptation to go, "You like scary movies?"
So we snap back, give me your role as you just attempt to take this knife. Are you trying to hurt this man?
Right. Yeah,
This will be a bear roll. This will be a bear roll, but it will be a 4 skill.
Yeah, so this is...
But obviously now you don't have the risk of freaking dying.
Right, okay. So, yeah, I think what he's going to try and do is I think he's going to try and nick him maybe on, like, the hand or whatever as a little, like, threat, but not do enough damage that it, like, he's going to get tasered. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean,
So
that
just-
sounds very paradoxical to me, but you can give me that roll.
1.
So that is a success. So you can move another point from bear into criminal because the plan went off without hits. You kind of equalized again. And yeah, so you take your knife and you go for a big old swing. You catch the guy, not enough to kill him, but enough to wound him. and he just fully drops the pamphlet, and he's almost too afraid to reach for the gun, and he's running, and you can see a moment of recognition in this guy's eyes. Okay, and you go back to a moment to that flashback, just for a second, to the guard who saw you get away all those years ago, and then back to the present day, and this guard is like, "It's you! Quick, serial killer!" and he's running off.
Can I just, before he goes in that moment of recognition, lean in and say one of the first phrases that I ever learned, which is, "Do you like scary movies?"
Absolutely, you can. And he's running and screaming, and he's telling people there's a serial killer here, but you know they don't believe him. He says there's a serial killer every week, so he's trying to convince the guards about this.
Back into the dark.
You disappeared back into the dark. For the others, you have the pamphlet. So, do you guys notice that the polar bear leaves this time? Or do you guys just see them reappear?
We watched him walk away, and I'm over it. I'm like, I have literally been gathered together with Hellions and Helios.
I walk very slowly, so I've just been walking incredibly slowly towards the S, so I've made no distance whatsoever.
They can still see you.
Yeah, all they can hear is, "I'm a rhinestone cowboy."
So you get back with the pamphlet. Lucifer.
I used a greeting.
Social skills, yo. And if you guys take a look at the pamphlet, you will see that it's kind of got this whole spread. They've kind of set it up for Honeycon, right? This pamphlet is very specifically showing you where you will find not only the usual guest facilities, but what's being made use of for the convention. So what you can tell is that this S here, this clumsy...
Question before you say that.
Hmm?
Can we read English? Do we actually know what this says?
That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
Wait.
Can
As
I?
a hacker, I should be able to 100% very accurately read this line.
So I would agree that it would make sense for you to be able to hack. You'd have to have some understanding of human language and words, but you're also incompetent.
No. Yes.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
So tell me exactly what it definitely doesn't say.
Okay, I tell you what we're gonna do. If you take a look at this pamphlet specifically, we're gonna give you the reading skill here, like the proper reading skill. I'm gonna ask you to roll me a d6. Doesn't have to be either of the skills. Just give me a d6, and I'll tell you what it says.
Okay. 5.
It says 5. Okay, so you are absolutely certain that the L stands for leisure center, which you believe is somewhere that humans go and, you know, do stuff in the gym, swim, show off to humans of the other gender, that kind of thing.
This says leisure center.
It
is for stuff of leisure.
You are fairly certain that the 5 is a Five Guys.
5? They sell burgers there.
Yeah. And you are...
It's just 5 guys there.
And you are fairly certain, okay, for the last one that says something that starts with a C-O-N, you're fairly sure that's where they put the convicts up here.
That's their prison.
I'll never
That's kind of what you're able to get from this.
Okay. I let the group know with my infinite wisdom.
I think then that we should clearly go to Five Guys because that's where they have food and honey is food.
Food and honey.
Yeah, I think we should go to the prison because that's where they're probably keeping the Queen of Bees locked up.
That's true. But
Yeah.
we should get snacks first because I'm hungry.
I want to see where I
Here, Nom on a just pick her up and like throw her
Especially
against the tree.
because-
Like, here, Nom on this.
Like, out of character, I'm distinctly worried that the S stands for security, so I definitely want us to go there.
There's a rumbling in my tummy.
Okay, but
5 guys can satisfy.
But in character, after that entire situation that I was just in, I was like, I'm literally just gonna go, I want to go where I drowned, man.
You have to be more specific, Lucifer. I'm sure you've drowned many people.
Yeah, I start looking around.
So it sounds like what we're going to be doing is voting here. Like, out of character, let's take a vote on where it is that the bears are heading next. So if you want to head towards the Five Guys. Speak now.
Aye.
If you
Oh,
want to
it's just
head
me.
to
Okay.
the leisure centre.
Oh, sorry, that I was meant to say I.
Oh,
Sorry.
so you two, if you want to head to
Okay,
the
there we go. Five Guys wins.
Okay.
leisure centre,
I wanted to go to the leisure centre.
and Tim
so...
wants to go to the convicts. So okay, so as a group, we'll start heading towards the Five Guys. We will say that it takes you, a good 15 minutes or so of hiking, and a lot of chip saying, "Are we there yet?" Sometimes you'll cross like a winding road. Sometimes you'll pass cabins, and there are people now. You're getting to the point where there are
Sorry.
people. Sorry.
I don't mean to interrupt. My cat's just opened my freezer.
You know,
1 second.
I remember when we lived, when I lived at home with the parents, and we had the cats Chocolate, Crumble, and Cookie. Cookie was the last cat we got, and Cookie was not appreciated by the others until they started stealing food from the cupboards. At that
How
point,
is
she was
this cat a
accepted.
better heister than we are?
No, you guys are doing
Yeah.
great. You guys are doing fantastic.
We're playing Honey Heist, and there's
Okay, I'm back.
fully a tuna heist going on.
That's the
There's
trick.
tuna in my
Guys.
freezer. There is chicken nuggies in there.
I don't think
so
you
that's probably
understand.
better.
Father, I require nuggies.
This entire stream was in aid of the tuna heist. You've been had overboard.
There's a heist happening in my own flat.
It was all organised by Thanatos.
Heckin'
Oh no,
bamboozled.
he didn't do shit.
No, he wouldn't. So you guys are working your way through. Like I said, you're passing log cabins, you're passing small campsites with more traditional tents and such, lodges. And, there are actually people hiking, people clearly with bags and packs on the way to maybe go swimming, things like that. And occasionally, you'll get some looks because you're just also people, normal humans, out at the Wilderness Park retreat. You're here for your holiday, maybe for Honeycomb. Once or twice, someone will give you a friendly wave. Other times, people will try to meet your eyes, meet Lucifer's, and immediately look away. At one point, you actually see the little girl. She's sort of bouncing along with her mum, and she turns around and she looks at Chip, who's waddling around. It's like, Mummy, that man can't walk so good. And once again, Mum's like, Matilda, please, that's incredibly rude. And they just carry on their way. But it seems like you guys are still passing right now.
Somehow.
And as you sort of break a tree line, you come out to see. Have you guys ever been to one of like those Christmas markets and things that you can get? Like,
Yeah.
It's almost like that. Like you have this this large clearing, this large wooded area, and the humans here who are playing the game will probably now ascertain that the S probably stood for stalls or something like that. The idea being that here is just honey from all different providers in the country, from all around the world, and there's just people lining up to hawk their goods. A lot of it is honey based.
Oh, yeah, it's honeycon. Yeah, there's honey everywhere.
It makes sense, right?
You lied. There's
Yeah.
more than 5 men here.
Now hear me out. They've got these honey stalls set up. Why do we need the queen of bees again? we could just enjoy the honey stall.
You could.
Extra honey.
Do you have cash dollar?
Yeah, but is she like a honey CEO where she doesn't actually know how to make the honey? She's just in charge of it all. Like, are we just stealing like a corporate executive who
My
doesn't know
thoughts
shit?
are that when I eat honey, it runs out. But if I have the queen, I can shake her until she eats more.
Also, I love asking if we have money. Like our idea of a heist is going to a stall and buying honey.
Do any of these stalls have free samples?
Oh, probably. You'd have to go and take a look.
Oh my god, yes!
At the moment, you're at the tree line. You guys want to go and try and get some free samples?
I wander with confidence.
Sure, let's do it.
So I'm going to ask everyone to make a criminal roll for this, and the reason I'm going to ask for that is because you are bears dressed as humans, attempting to get probably more than the one free sample. Because let's be real, you're not playing by the rules. From
I'm
these
sorry, have you
different
been to one of
stalls.
these things? They are just handing out free samples. Like,
Yes, but you are also bears. So let's see how well you can pretend to be a human and get the free samples. Everyone give me your own roll, and I'm going to manage these differently as we go. So we'll start with Tim.
1.
That's a good roll, because you have 3 in each stat, and you want to roll equal to or under. So that works. So take a point out of bear, put it in criminal. as you are going around, you come across a table, and that's basically the best thing you could have rolled. And this older lady's there, hawking her finest Manuka honey. Is that how you say it? Manuka honey?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, something like that.
The really good stuff, and you can have 2 more units of honey to add to your pack.
Ooh.
Lucifer.
Please. 1.
1 as well. You literally come to the same stall, okay? But you just kind of take it while Tim's talking to the lady. You also get 2 units.
You're not going to believe this, but
What?
I also rolled a 1.
You saw another one?
Then
Chip,
Timbit called out 1. I was like, how did you see my die?
Chip, what did you roll?
I promise you, I rolled 1.
So all of you are going to get 2 units of Manuka honey, but I'm going to let you paint this scene for me and how silly this is.
I
So
have no idea how this happened.
we have Greg waddle up, black bear style, on 2 legs to the stall and start sweet talking, attempting to sweet talk this old lady and getting these 2 units of honey, right? Then you got Lucifer pop up and just kind of like slips 2 off and then once again back into the shadows as they seem to keep doing. Remember, you're all taking 1 point from bear and 1 point into criminal.
Can I suggest something
Of
for
course.
the scene? I think it'd just be really fucking funny. We go up as a quote-unquote family.
Who's
Oh
the
my
baby?
god! Wait,
Who's the baby?
So Chip is the baby. I look
Clear.
like a dysfunctional teen anyway because I'm wearing mostly teen clothing.
You're wearing Crocs. You're wearing Crocs.
So it's just between our ray of sunshine and our very, very stressed out leader.
So the old
I'm
lady.
clearly the mother in this case.
Everyone, make sure you move your points around. And
Yeah.
remember, though, Helios, we only have 6 points max, so you'll be losing 1 of the points. Like you move a point from one into the other, so you move 1 from bear into.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I was on 3 and 3. I went from, the middle's my honey.
Oh, okay, my mistake. You know what it is? I can't quite see it because of where I put your PNG. Because I'm a
Yeah.
big old dummy. Let me go ahead and move it.
Yeah, I got 2 in bear, 4 in
Perfect.
criminal,
Sorry
and
about
then
that.
3 honeys.
So, yeah, you go up, and this old lady's like, "Oh, what a sweet family you look like," and she wants to give the baby like a little hug, and she reaches out to take the baby.
Before this happens, I just go again using the few words that I can speak. But I'm guessing because I'm the face man, I know more English than the other ones.
You think you do? You think you do? You're confident.
I turn. What's the funniest way for me to word this? Parental figures. Honey required.
Sounds like a robo bear.
I feel like I would just like take him by the shoulders at the point, just pull him back and be like, he's going through a phase in like my best broken English bear.
Honey.
And she seems to understand. You guys are doing pretty well. Like this old lady is clearly used to people who are not very well spoken. And she reaches out and she gives you she gives Chip like a little pinch on the cheek, like older people do.
Can I bite her?
Do not bite her.
You all get the honey, first of all. Do you want to bite her?
Oh no.
Yeah, I want to bite her.
Is this like when a baby just kind of like reflexively?
When a baby's like, ah.
Okay. I'll allow it. So you kind of like just like latch your teeth around this old lady, and she sort of shrieks. You let go, presumably.
Yeah, I let go.
Cool.
I'm not evil.
No, you're not that bear. We know what bear is evil. It's Helios.
If she's gonna squish my cheek, I'm gonna squish her fingies.
Okay, so her fingies are. There's a huge bite mark. There's blood gushing, but she still seems to basically just think. She still seems to basically just think you're a baby.
That baby just bit me really freaking hard.
Babies, babies
Charlie.
bite it, and she's sort of like going to get some bandages. And do you know what that means? It means she's leaving the store unattended.
We are surrounded by people. Do not embarrass this family, okay?
And you are surrounded by and you are surrounded by people, like, because obviously she's cried out as this has happened. One of the attendants has come running over to check on the older lady. You've got a couple of armed guards patrolling. They're not coming over, and they're just like, oh god, there's been some kind of accident, but it's clearly not, a bear or something. We don't need to worry too much about that.
They're just still
Oh.
patrolling. There's more
I'm
stores
just
around.
scolding Chip like, we
So-
do not bite.
I imagine it being like.
And my master plan was that whenever I
Everybody
wanted
just
to do
thinks it's the mom
something,
mumble.
I was just gonna wiggle these stupid electrical wires and be like, working hard, and people would just think I worked there, and I'd need no other phrases, right? But I've realised babies get away with so much more.
They really do.
So
Um,
I'm just gonna toddle over and just grab a honey jar and stick my face in it.
So you're eating honey now.
I'm gonna eat honey.
If you're eating honey, take a point from criminal and put it back into bear.
Yeah, because I really need to.
Okay. What I'm going to say, because of the fact you guys now have access to this store, if you would like to, you can redistribute your stats any which way in terms of adding to bear. You can like add as much to bear at the expense of criminal right now in this moment if you would like to.
Yeah. I'm
What's the
gonna go
catch?
for
No, there's no
3-3.
catch. There's no catch. Like you can do this now while this store is unattended and there's a little bit of chaos going on.
Reverse my
If you want to go
stats
back
here.
to 3-3, you can. Yep.
Yeah, I think I want to go to 3-3.
Yeah. And once you kind of had your fill, you've all got those 2 units of honey with you as well that you were given. So you could you can take those, keep them in your pack just in case.
Oh, Timber going to
I'm very sorry.
4-2.
I do need just like the quickest of breaks. I will be right back.
Absolutely, go off. We'll take a few minutes. We'll take a few minute break. You guys go grab a drink, do whatever it is you need to do. Gives me a chance to tell everyone in chat about you cool guys that we've been playing with today.
Hello, chat. Chat, we do want to talk to you. It's just also gameplay, so there's no smooth way to do it.
That's how it goes, unfortunately, guys.
Nice rigged.
I'm so sorry that we've not been able to chat a lot throughout this, especially because of the channel point redeems as well. I meant to disable before we got going. I will pick up the set afterwards. I will make sure I have a drink in a second. Thank you guys so much for handling. Because we're doing this, it does make it a lot harder because it is obviously a lot more focused. But we see you, and we really appreciate everyone who's handling with us today. Genuinely, you guys are great.
Especially you.
Especially
especially you.
you know who you are. You know who you are. And you know who else I appreciate? I appreciate our awesome guests on. This is the first time we've tried to do a group roleplay thing on the channel, and I really appreciate these guys for coming by and letting me do my nonsense with them. So make sure you go check all of these awesome people out when you get the chance. If you're not already checking them out, Ace Trainer Griff occasionally jumps on to play some demos and such, and it's always a lot of fun to see. I like personally to drive them crazy by pretending I don't see things in blueprints. Sukiyami hasn't streamed in a little while, but I hear there's something in the works pretty soon.
Sometime
Is that right,
soon, TM.
soon
yeah.
TM. There's going to be a bit of a re-debut. Make sure you check out that channel so you don't miss that. Overmold Kobold, when they are not murdering people, are solving murders in their tiny detective games.
See, that's the strategy, right?
Mhm.
They're easier to solve if you commit them.
100%. And finally, we've got Timber Tier, who has been playing Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden lately, and has been playing through Split Fiction with me. So you definitely want to go and follow Timber Tier, because I'm over there sometimes too. And obviously, you don't want to miss me when I'm not here and I'm over there, right? That's crazy. Make sure you go check out all these awesome beans. They're all great. And I appreciate every single one of them for, what's the word? Enabling me.
So, if you're not followed, follow. It's right there. It's right there under Ace.
Yeah, it's right under me. I can see it. It's right here.
It's nice and easy, and then you get to pay for more of the shenaniganery that's happening right now.
Uh,
I'm the
mostly
wiggly
chaos.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account.
you can make
and
Jeff
then
Bezos pay
You
for it.
get 1 free sub every month. You just have to renew it manually, so make sure you do it.
But wait, you say, I'm watching a VOD on YouTube. You know what you can do on YouTube? You can like and subscribe.
As you guys can probably see, up top, we have this very dumb name for this new segment, and the plan is to try and do some roleplay stuff on the channel at least once every couple of weeks. I think the next one is very likely going to be another finger quotes solo role-playing game, which we'll be doing with myself and Sukiyami. We started Magical Year of a Teenage Witch last week. If not next week, the week after, we will be picking that up and continuing with that storytelling experience. But watch out on the channel for more stuff from RoleCool. Does it sound okay when I say it, or is it dumb?
I think it's fine.
Fine.
No, I
Okay,
like
great,
it.
great, great. Okay, watch out for more roll call. We are going to be setting up some games of Goblin Quest at some point and Escape from Dinosaur Island. So make sure you do come by. It will be on a consistent day. We do not know when that is going to be yet. The plan is going to be. Hmm?
I was just gonna cut in and say I will also suggest if you guys do want to see more of the random little roleplay bits, I believe that there is some on YouTube. Is there not, Foxnanigans?
There are. I forgot about that. Also, yes, on the YouTube channel we do have 1,000-Year-Old Vampire and Magical Something of a Teenage Suki Part 1. There will be more. There will be more. And
There will also be a written recap for the first.
Yes, Suki has been working on that. And Aperso, thank you so much for the Prime
for
sub.
people that missed it.
Don't presume that's what that is.
Because obviously it is a 3-hour VOD, so if you don't have the time for that, then that is a thing.
Oh dear.
Anyway, I'm loving everyone's bears.
I've been having a lot of fun with this so far.
I've got a little pile of honey, so as I use honey,
Oh, look, you put it behind
I
you.
noticed that, yeah.
boom! I've got 2 because I just ate one.
I
I am
absolutely.
smack bang in between these two. Right
I
now.
love
am.
these bears.
Well, I didn't even realise there were layers. I mean, I saw Kobold like just scribbling behind their bear and was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, I noticed that too after I had done color and stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, okay,
But-
yep, never mind.
But Suki,
Yeah, I
how
Look
feel
at you
legit
and your
all on the same
layers.
layer.
how do you think I feel? I'm over here on the right of Ace's bear. Like, I look way worse than that bear. Look at this.
To be
What the
fair,
hell?
Chip is, a
Chip is
cowboy.
peak.
It's true. Oh, Tim, while you were gone, we did like the whole shitting part. The whole, don't forget to like and subscribe and go check out these awesome people. And I
Check
told
out
everyone.
today's sponsor.
Technically, Timbit's been doing that already
What's today's sponsor?
with the on screen.
Honey.
Today's sponsor, honey.
Oh no, you don't want a honey sponsor.
No,
Oh no, you don't want that honey sponsor. Hang on.
man, I love honey.
But honey the product, not honey the scam.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, you ready to go?
Yeah, let's do
Nice.
this.
So, you guys have loaded up on honey. You have reset your stats to the point you want them to be. You each have 2 units of honey in your inventory to use whenever you require them right now. I think we're going to try.
Is this on top of the first one we got for the picnic basket?
Oh yeah,
or
if
is
you
it total?
you haven't used the first one, you still have the another one as well. You
Yeah,
still
we gained 2.
You gained 2. But yeah, so in the time you've been doing this, the stalls are fairly busy. People are going around doing what you're doing. They're buying honey, they're tasting honey. They're occasionally you'll hear snippets of conversations about I cannot wait to go to the convention centre, darling, from very posh British people.
Why are all these people excited to go to the jail?
Do you say that?
No, I'm just thinking that.
Right. Because that's
My little
where
bear brain. I'm
murder
just thinking it to
happens.
myself.
Thinking, why do they want to go to prison? This makes
Well,
no sense.
obviously that's because they want to go see where they're keeping the queen bee, where she's locked away.
Aw.
Humans are weird.
I mean, that much is absolutely true. That's not even a part of the game. Humans are very weird.
Chip.
Yeah,
Chip.
yeah.
If you were a human, you'd make a wonderful sacrifice.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen the sacrifices. It's where they're in the big bags and they race.
You know,
I'm just gonna pull Chip to the other side of me away from Lucifer.
You're just protecting your baby at
over
this
there.
point. You gotta protect your baby. Meanwhile,
okay.
Helios, meanwhile, is just like floating around right in the middle of this, and everyone is having to like avert their eyes passing you by.
Just chilling now.
Come along,
think,
family. We need to.
I've just pictured
We
like a little
we need
girl.
to go see the convicts.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a little girl with crayons, and she's drawing the sun in the top corner and giving it sunglasses and going, "Wait a minute."
Mummy, I think that's the sun. Don't be silly, Matilda. Who would have thought Matilda would show up this much? Matilda's an important character, guys. You have to keep a notes here just in case.
Final boss.
You've walked into my trap. I was Jeff Bezos all along.
It's obviously just the glare from an extremely bald man.
Obviously. Yeah, where do you guys want to go, Junto?
I want to sacrifice with Lucifer.
We should go to the left.
No, Chip, you do not want to sacrifice with Lucifer. And I just give like a pointed look at Lucifer, like like the mom look, like get it together. Focus.
I do that like
We're on mission.
smile again. That looks like really uncomfortable.
I hold my detonator out and I start making beep boop noises as I continue.
Do you press it?
I don't press it.
Okay.
Not yet.
I'm gonna just grab Chip by the paw, just take her along with me.
I'm
Take him along
assuming
with me.
it's got some kind of like, what's it called?
Can we get
distance thing
like a
on it?
child harness for Chip?
Because I have pressed it a lot when I was with you originally.
Yeah, probably a
Uh,
range you got to be in.
Yeah.
Since those guys are holding hand, I grab Helios's hand, but it's really sweaty because I'm a polar bear.
So where are you guys going? Are we going to take another vote for the next move?
We never made it to the 5Bs. Or did we?
We are at we're at the 5. We're at the S.
Oh,
go
what
to
did
the
it stand
It
for?
turns out it stood for
Stalls.
stalls.
Like stalls or stores or
Oh,
something.
so there was honey there. Oh my god, I'm so clever.
Yes, Chip. Very,
You-
very clever. Come along now.
You feel a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Alright, and then this means that this is the leisure centre.
That's
Right,
what you
unless
read?
we're going
I would
Unless we're
blend
going
in
to-
really well with my Crocs.
Greg, where are we going?
I think we should go see the convicts. That's where all the humans seem to be really excited to be going, is to go see the convicts. So I think we should go see the convicts.
But Greg, we're
Leisure.
convicts.
Only if you believe that are we convicts.
Wait, wait. Does Chip escape from jail?
We don't talk about that. Big Steve said we can't talk about it anymore.
Big Steve.
Yeah.
Do we still have a Suki?
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious because your thing kept bopping up on the screen, but there was like no sound.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure why.
Lucifer.
I was watching it.
Lucifer got Suki.
Anyway, I'm voting for the leisure part of the park.
So we vote for leisure. No other votes for leisure? All voting for convicts?
Ah.
I vote for leisure just because I think I might be able to do a sacrifice.
So we're looking at a 2-2 at the moment, unless one of you guys also wants leisure.
Alright, I'm gonna roll.
Oh.
Wait, I didn't decide what was what. Alright, even we go to the convention.
You got it.
It's a 3.
It's a 3, so it looks like 3 votes for leisure. So it looks like herding these guys to the convicts might take a little bit longer. Greg.
It's just the theme. It's the theme of the heist. Is we put Greg in
Wait.
charge and nobody listens to him.
Josh is like, nah, we're alright actually.
In chat, it says we have big Scooby Doo energy, but now I'm wondering who's who.
Yoinks.
I am 100% Velma.
Yeah,
Like just
Chip
the
is definitely
responsible one
Scooby,
trying to
right?
herd the frickin'
I've got a
cat.
big Scooby.
Yeah.
But Lucifer is terrifying.
I'm just a guy in the ghost mask. I would have got away with it if it wasn't
Chip
two
is
meddling
Scooby.
bears.
I feel like Helios is Daphne.
Mhm.
This one's hard.
Lucifer is, I want to say, Fred.
Just a very disturbed Fred.
Fred at the
Yes.
end of all of the Scooby-Doo stuff happening back to back.
More specifically, the Fred after the rest of the gang got murdered. And he just went
Yeah.
crazy. Alright, so you guys start working towards what you assume to be a leisure centre. But as you go closer and closer, you start to realise that you're not really seeing anything that you would identify as maybe having a gym or anything like that. Because again, you guys can fake being humans to a degree. You've probably seen some of these buildings before. It just looks like a whole bunch of water in the ground.
Question.
Hmm?
While we've been like wandering through the crowds of humans, have we seen any other like? Because obviously we'd be more inclined than most to notice any other bears dressed as humans.
Roll a dice for me.
I was gonna say,
Like, do we
roll
have any other
perception?
competing heisters here?
Roll a dice for me.
3.
3. You
Yeah.
haven't spotted anyone.
Damn it!
I really thought that was going to be a success. You succeed in saying that all of the guests are bears.
All things are gonna finish.
There
every,
is
kind of
something
hoping for
we
that
don't
a little
know,
bit.
so
every single guest is a bear dressed as a human. That's why you've been able to understand them so well.
I like a Perso's suggestion in the chat, honestly.
What about
oh,
humans
yeah, are there any
dressed as
humans
bears?
dressed as bears?
Are
Yeah.
there humans dressed as
Oh,
bears?
no, not at the
There's
moment.
gotta be, right?
Not at the
It's a
moment.
honey
That's gonna be our
convention.
honey convention.
Oh, yeah, but you're not the...
There will be bear cosplayers at this honey
I mean,
convention.
at some point, my plan is if we really needed a distraction, is I'm just gonna put on like a cardboard sign, like one of the ones that goes over the front of you.
Mhm.
And then just like I'm gonna be like a bear playing a human playing a bear wearing a sign.
So you guys come up to what is effectively a huge lake. You know, boating lake, swimming lake. There's loads of different services around it. There's a few little restaurants and cafes kind of perched around it. There actually is kind of a guest services thing on one side of it. Presumably that's where you go to rent the boats. Presumably that's where you go to buy swim bits and pieces. And you remember this lake pretty damn well, Lucifer.
I stand at the edge of it, just grinning maniacally.
As you're standing there grinning,
Just watching Lucifer, just hoping that something happens to them and I don't have to like,
Matilda just
make
comes
it
swimming
through.
past, and she's like, "Mummy, why is that man cackling at me?" And the mum's like, "Matilda, that's not, stop staring, that's rude." And then they just swim off.
Tiranes.
But even here, it's clear that you've not hit the full pelt of the convention yet, right? Because while there are still guards, it's nothing like the sheer ridiculous security to get into the park in the first place, and it's nothing like you expect it would be around anything they actually want to keep secure. So there's a couple of armed guards patrolling again, but it's really not that crazy.
Does this look like an apt hiding spot, though?
Not the lake.
Yes.
I mean, your special skill is swimming.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could probably conceal yourself pretty damn well in some of the reeds and things down here.
Noted.
Of the reeds that are there, is there any of those like thick reeds you always see in cartoons that you can like use to breathe through?
Yes,
There are. I would
Yes.
like to eat them.
there 100% are, and immediately.
Do not
Chip-
eat those, Chip. We may need them later.
Chip's just gathering some of them up, ready for a meal, goes to bite them, and then gets chided by Greg.
Greg just takes them out of my hands. I'm like, no.
Little grabby hand paws.
Greg is simultaneously not prepared enough and too old for this shit.
By the way, you know when you go swimming and it's a really hot day and the sunlight off the water is like just horrible on your skin, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that right now because the sun is way closer than it normally is.
I like the idea of this steam.
This
coming
lake
off
is a
the
sauna right now. There's like some kind of just supernatural phenomenon happening at this lake, and everyone's getting a little bit freaked out by it.
It's really weird, yeah.
There's like there's a large guy in the back who's just like, "Get in, Sharon. Get in. The water's lovely today."
And then she gets in, and she's getting slowly burned alive.
Just disintegrates,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys want to do anything here? Anything you want to investigate? You want to look for anything in particular?
I don't
Okay.
want to get my beep boop device wet, so I don't want to go in the water.
Love you, Stanley.
Hey, Stanny.
I have.
Are there
Love you, Stanley.
trees around the
Love
lake
you.
that
Oh,
may
100%.
in fact contain bees?
Whoa.
Stanley, thank you so
Whoa.
much for the 5 gifted sub. That's so incredibly kind of you.
Stanley!
He's,
Fare thee well,
way too
Stanley
kind.
Noble.
I will message you. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope work and everything is going
Stanny, you absolute
phenomenal.
legend.
Stanley
Hype
is a
train.
legend.
Hype train.
It's a hype train.
Wait,
Choo choo.
There are definitely trees around the lake. There are definitely trees around the lake.
chugga, chugga, chugga.
And you know what? You know what? You know what? At this point,
Choo-choo.
you also notice that just like with a lot of those locations, there's also one of those like little train transports that goes around the roads that you could potentially ride on if you wanted.
Oh.
Overall trying to do 10 bits.
Is Greg looking at me?
The sigh.
Is Greg looking at me?
I can't answer that.
Honestly, Greg is probably not looking at you because Greg is probably trying to gauge how many people are
Okay.
freaking out at the fact that Helios is causing such a glare off the water. And
I'm
there's
not
probably like
very
an
fast. But if there's a train, as it goes past, I make a break.
So is your plan to actually get away from everyone, or is everyone just okay with you jumping on the train?
I don't know, I just really like trains.
Guys, are you okay with Chip jumping on the train?
I would
All
probably hear
Greg's
the
gonna
like
hear
the
is me go,
scarpering away.
Remember, Chip
Yeah,
is
I
slow.
would hear the scarpering away, just like I'm here. The like they started making a break, so I'd probably turn around and then try and chase Chip down. But
I'm not very fast though.
So if you're not
neither
very
am I, because
fast,
I'm trying to run upright as a bear.
I'm running as fast as I can.
do you want to
upright with
roll
my
for it,
legs
Chip?
wrapped
Do you
in
want to
cables.
roll for it to see if you get on the train?
Yeah.
Give me a criminal roll, because bears do not normally get on trains.
3.
3. So what is your actual score right now? Because did you actually go to 3-3?
No, I didn't. I went to 1-5 and then I ate honey.
Okay, so you went to 2-4. So you just yeah, this is criminal. So you succeeded on a roll. So take a point from bear and put it to criminal. So you're back to 1-5.
Okay.
Unless you want to eat another honey while you're doing this, just jam it down your throat.
Oh, you still have your third honey, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry, I meant to get rid of it.
So feel free to do what you got to
Oh
do.
no, as in like you still have it because we took honey from the stall to move our points around.
Yeah.
It wasn't the honey that we got
Yeah,
given.
we got free honey at the stall because of the family thing. It was very amusing. So you do succeed, which means there's kind of this... When you watch a chase scene in movies and it's all slow-mo as like the last jump happens, it's like that, but there's no actual speed happening. It really is just two bears waddling after each other, unable to correctly walk as humans, and one of them is just ever so slightly ahead, so manages to get on the train, which then speeds them off a little bit. So Chippy's
I
kind
like the fact that for a minute, Greg just watches me because I'm so slow. He could just take 3 steps and grab me, but at the last moment when he thinks to stop me, I take a leap.
And you actually fall on your face when you land in the little train.
Yeah.
You just like
I'm on it.
thump. So you're on the little train. You're sort of like it's heading off up the road.
In Bear, you hear choo choo.
Everyone on the train just hears roll, roll. Remember, this isn't a proper train. This is like a silly little car kiddie trains that go around.
I'm so happy.
Are the rest of you following Chip?
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably a good idea.
No. Tim's like, I'm done.
I have Crocs on, so the singed pavement, that's not going to do anything to me.
If you wait long enough, I'll come back.
That's
So-
the plan. Is that we're just gonna
This train, you are watching it sort of slowly draw away, and you can almost imagine the sad music playing as the party is split, and like you might never see this person again, and then it just pulls into a little stop, like 2 minutes
10
down.
feet away.
Yeah, literally right there, and you got to wait for people to get off and get back on.
Okay, if it pulls into a stop, I like run up to like the station and I just like reach in if I can and just like grab like yank Chip out like full like Mama Bear style, just like what are you?
He goes, "Did you see? Did you see?"
I went
Yes,
on
you
a
were on the
ride, Mum.
train. Very nice.
For anybody who's like staring at the conversation in Bear that gets off the train, I'm just gonna go European.
He pulls out like his little Bear CV and adds train driver to it.
I love that you have a bear CV. My favourite part is because we've already ascertained that you cannot actually read or write as well as you think you can. That could say anything.
It literally just has nothing. It's just a scribble.
It's just a word. It's a word. It doesn't
This
make
says
any
trampoline.
sense. you have
Trampoline.
Trampoline. Train
Trust me.
popoline.
Next time we play Honey Heist, I'm going to be a train driver.
Okay.
Is that how we get out of it next time? Is you're the driver class and we just take the train off road?
I mean, I'm just saying you still need a way to get out of here, and there's a train right here.
Sorry, like off-road train.
So whatever you guys do now, make sure as well we remember we have that, not bamboo, we have those reeds and things that you could potentially use for the water or for whatever else you think of as well. Yeah.
Are they in my inventory? Because
Yeah.
I stole them from
Yeah,
Chip.
you've got them. You've got them. You've got them, but you can kind of assume that as long as you
How
guys
many
stuck
of the
together.
reeds do I have?
Let's say 4 of them, enough for everyone
Yeah,
to potentially use it as a breathing
grabbed, like,
apparatus.
4.
You were
I
grabbing a
am-
snack for everybody.
I'm gonna snack on some honey
Chip's
because I
like-
didn't get some reeds.
Chip's like, yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and move your points back around.
I'm gonna take 2 of my honey away.
Okay, so you're going back to 3-3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to finally move towards the convicts?
And we
kinda.
we never ended up getting a pamphlet or a map of this place, did we?
You
We
did.
did.
You did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Oh, did we?
It's just unfortunate.
that's how we
that-
learned that that's a Five Guys and a leisure center.
It's just unfortunate that
Oh, I thought that came from Lucifer's flashback.
no, Chip can't read terribly well. Chip
Yeah,
had
no,
a
it was Chip reading the map.
Yeah, I was reading it.
I would have remembered the lake.
Yeah, you knew it was a
You
lake the whole
did
time.
Correct me.
Do we see? So we're gonna head towards the convicts now.
Okay,
That's where
that's fair,
everybody's
that's fair.
shuffling to. Do we see a place to cross what looks to be a river in the middle there?
Well, there are crowds and crowds, and as you are coming up, funnily enough, as you're coming up and on this long walk through the crowds, the little train choo-choos its way right past you towards that same crossing, as it were. And what you're actually seeing isn't a river. It is a massive wall that's been erected once again right through the centre of the Sweet Leaf Park.
We're back to Sweetleaf.
Sweet Sticks. Where it's right through the centre.
Sweetie pie.
A
Sweetie pie
4
centre.
wall has been erected, right, to like keep to like separate the park out. Like this is
They
where they're
finally built
starting
that
to
wall.
take security incredibly seriously. And you come up to another entrance along that road, looks quite similar. No, so the whimsy of that little train passing up and down the road really is at contrast with the armed guards on the towers, kind of like radioing each other just to make sure you check everyone on their train as they're coming through. And you've essentially got another set of gates to pass through here.
Do the gates look easy to pass through?
I mean, the guards are checking everyone who passes through, and there's a lot. But at the same time,
How far apart are the checkpoints, and how high is the wall?
you can't tell how far apart the checkpoints are from this side of the wall. The wall is... So, I'm not very good at judging height, personally, as me as a person, but the good news is you're bears, so neither are you. So, I'm going to say that the wall is about 5 Lucifers tall.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
It's a
that's
big ass
one
wall.
le-
It's a big ass wall.
one less Lucifer than we have.
they added another Lucifer.
Are there
Okay.
any conspicuously placed trees nearby that are about
So-
6 Lucifers tall?
So
So,
when you say we can't tell how far apart the checkpoints are, just really quickly, is that because we can't see the other checkpoints, or just because like?
so while the map that we originally had from Bobo is showing this straight line, we are talking about a bit of a winding road. There's trees and foliage everywhere, so you know there's got to be more up ahead from what you're discerning now, but you cannot see them at the moment.
Okay.
I will say there are definitely some trees that are conspicuously about 6 Lucifers tall, but you know that's not a problem because most humans can't climb that high. You know, not very easily. They'd be seen as well, right? Humans aren't that good at climbing. It's not like there's any bears here.
I mean, what are they checking for at the checkpoints?
They mostly are just waving people through. They're just kind of occasionally they'll pull someone for a random search. They'll like check for who knows. But for the most part, they are just waving people through. They're just trying to keep an eye on the comings and goings.
It might be time for my working hard, hardly working play.
Sounds delightful. I think the rest of us should just stand behind Helios. My fur will reflect the sunlight. They
Ooh.
can't see me.
What day is it?
literally invisible next to Helios.
What, sorry?
time of day is it?
What time of day is it? Let's say like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
So I'm not quite overhead right now.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, could we just like send Helios up and over the wall at the like proper angle that nobody would really
the real mind fuck that I've just occurred, right? Sorry for the language, everybody. The real thing that's just occurred to me is you are traveling with the sun, and the sun is in the sky right now. One of you is an imposter.
No, I'm definitely the real son.
Oh,
That guy
okay.
up there.
That guy's a fake.
That's my brother.
He's
We don't
slamming
talk
it
about
for you
him.
today. You didn't. You called in sick.
We swap shifts. Yeah, it's fine.
Could you reasonably carry a baby bear cub over the wall? How
I
strong are your
mean-
levitation powers?
I feel like I probably could.
Okay, well that's 2.
There is a tree like right there that we can climb, but
Oh, but I also have my beep boop.
And if we can just walk.
yeah, no, I'll carry you
through.
over. I think that's fine. Yeah.
Wait, so are you going to start like floating and trying to carry over a chip?
I think that's what's happening. Yeah, because there's a bomb threat.
As you start to levitate off the ground, chip in your arms, you hear a little voice from the road next to you. Mummy, mummy! Why is that man flying? Don't be silly, that's enough of your stories, Matilda. And they sort of usher in as well. As you guys pass over the wall.
Matilda's gonna need a lot of therapy.
Oh, Matilda.
I look at Greg, and then all Greg hears is. I think we can just walk through.
Let's go.
What, you mean with all those knives you have on you?
Yeah, maybe.
We're not worried
Greg and
about
Lucifer
being
are
bears,
like-
we're worried about your weapon.
Yeah, I mainly just didn't want to go through with the
We're armed
person
to the
carrying
teeth.
a knife.
Lucifer's carrying a knife around. I've got 2 daggers stuffed into the waistband of my lampshade.
Alright, are you guys trying to walk through?
Yeah,
I'm
I had
thinking
the
of
knife.
because
in,
I mean I have no other way to get up. Actually, I'm a great climber.
I've cut the sole of
I'm a
one
black
of my
bear, I can
crocs,
climb.
so I can put the knife in there.
Okay, so you're climbing over, yeah?
Lucifer, if you give me your knife, I promise to give it back when we get over the wall so you can walk through.
Take care of Susan.
The knife's name is Susan, that's beautiful.
Give me a bear roll for your climbing over the wall, but you get to roll 2 dice because climbing is your whole thing. So you can roll 2 dice, give me the lowest.
4.
4. No, that's fine because you have a 4 too, right?
Okay.
So now,
Yeah, my bear
that's
status
fine.
4.
So put them both back to 3-3 because your criminal's going up by 1. You effortlessly manage to scale that and get over the fence, ninja style. No one even sees you do it. And then finally we have Lucifer approaching the checkpoint.
I'm considering whether I want to dunk myself in the lake first, so I just come through looking like the goddamn garage.
The lake's quite a way back.
It's quite a way back.
Mhm.
I'm probably not going to do that if it's like too much.
We
of a walk.
can't let logic get in the way of this, Lolo.
Yeah, I walk up to the checkpoint.
Okay. You walk up to the checkpoint and there's 2 armed guards specifically at your part of it, checking people. And one of them, glasses,
Oh,
you know.
Oh, no.
And the thing is, it's the same guy you saw earlier, but also he's clearly hamming it up a bit because you kind of caught his arm a bit. And he's got something about the serial killer's back, and he's got like bandages, his arms in a sling. He's like fully playing up like the injuries. And then he looks at you and says, "You look a bit familiar, sir."
I could be
European.
sensible about this. But I know.
And he's
Maybe,
like, he's
yeah.
leaning in to examine you
European.
closely. Ah, right, off you go then.
I just walk in.
Yeah, just walk in.
The
But I
power
put
of
on-
being European.
I put on like a little bit more German/French. I'm not entirely sure what.
But he does kind of like look back at you as you're passing by, and there's like the dramatic music sting, and you sense that that story might not quite be over as all of you reconvene on that side of the fence. Tim, you currently have an extra knife.
I give Lucifer back their knife.
I did wonder.
Because I do not need that coming back for me later. Like,
yeah, I take back Susan, and I'm like, fucking Jerry.
So, as you guys are like making your way down the rest of this road at this point, the other checkpoints don't seem as severe, and this actually is a very large, again, clearly, this is new. A couple of you have been to this place before, and you've been to Honeycon before, in fact, haven't you, Chip?
Yeah.
And there is no way to describe this but a convention centre that has been literally built and thrown up as though it's something you would see in the middle of a big city. Like, it is completely out of place. And as you guys walk inside, presumably, you go in, there's still guards everywhere patrolling the halls. There's attractions that you can see on all sides. There's on one side of the room, there's just the world's biggest beehive. You know, on another side of the room, there's artisanal honey displays of differently shaped artistic jars of honey. There are some celebrity guest speakers, you know, from the greatest beekeeper in the world. Oh, I've forgotten their name. What was it, Overbold? Morgan Beeman?
No, I was gonna go with like.
Oh, we'll say that one. We'll say that one.
I was gonna go with like Bruce Keeperson, so he's announced as a beekeeper.
Beekeeperson. And yeah, so the place is bustling. It is loud. There's some nice music, like just kind of coming through the speakers. Very occasionally, you hear a voice come over the speakers, like, you know, can the person parked in bay number X or Y please move your car? Occasionally, this speaker is coming on stage soon. And as you guys are looking around, you are incredibly lost. It's a huge place. Would anyone like to roll to try and work out kind of where this vault might be? This would be a criminal roll.
Doesn't one of us have honey sense?
One of you has honey sense.
Oh. There's a lot. Of
That's
honey.
me, right?
That is you.
Me.
Okay, I am rolling.
Helios knows.
So
what
remember-
Rose knows.
It's a
Oh,
criminal
I guess
roll.
it doesn't matter. They're both 3. So
It's a criminal roll, but you will roll twice because of your honey sense. If we can sort of, if we are presuming that finding the queen of all bees also involves finding a vault full of honey, then you have to imagine that will give you an advantage.
The lowest was a 2.
The lowest was at 2. So that is a
Yeah.
pass. So take a point out of bear, put a point into criminal. Helios kind of levitates off the ground once more, right into the centre of his convention centre. You know, Matilda, Mummy, what's that man doing? Blah, blah, blah. Looks around, and there is honey everywhere, right? Like, if you imagine that moment in a movie where a wizard discovers the weave for the first time, pure, undiluted magic, that's you right now. Every direction is honey. Everywhere. But there is something that's a little bit stronger. And the scent, the feeling, that the aura almost seems to be coming from below you. It feels like it's coming from beneath the convention centre, and you get a feeling that pulls you towards some security doors on the far left.
Okay.
I have a plan. May I pitch it to Greg? Gregory.
Gregory.
oh god. Beep boop.
That voice is
Sorry.
haunting.
If Chip gets lost, they'd take Chip into security, and then we can go claim the child.
I don't think that's how that works, Lucifer. I think
Is-
they're
is
probably
it-
going to take him to guest services.
That
Yeah, it's,
might be
it's
how
probably
it
not the
works.
same security room as the one they keep all the honey in. It might be.
It might be.
I could just stab my way through the door.
Who knows about what these humans do?
Wait. Chip.
Hmm?
I think it's time for
Oh no.
working hard, hardly working.
Okay, I want to waltz up big man energy to the security doors.
While Chip is doing this, I'm frantically
glad.
looking around behind the stalls for like anybody who's left like just like a toolbox out and around, like for like little repairs on the stall, just to see if I can like snag it and maybe try to
That makes
lend
sense.
some actual legitimacy to Chip.
That makes
The
sense.
child walking up to the security
gonna-
to
Okay,
pretend they work
Tim,
there.
Tim,
I've got a cowboy hat.
I'm going to ask you for a d6 roll. It's not going to be an actual skill roll. This is because I'm not putting this into either of those skill categories. This is just, let's see if you find something. Give me a d6.
1.
You are not able to find anything, I'm afraid, in this case.
Okay.
I mean, you are, but not anything that would add any legitimacy. You find like a big foam finger that says, yay, #1 honey or something.
I mean, that's really
I'll still
Oh,
take
that
that.
feels like it
I'll
would
still
work,
take that
yeah.
if,
I'll
I, if
take
I
it.
can take it sneakily.
Yeah, you can have it, absolutely. I put it there, it's yours. And yeah, so Chip is leading the way to the security door. And it's a big, there's nothing sneaky about it. Like again, nothing here has been subtle. And this is a big red door that just says security in white block letters.
Is there anyone in front of it or
Yes, there is one armed guard, this very, very large bearded man. And he kind of like looks at you as you approach.
behind? I'm gonna do the proper cowboy walk that I've seen.
Like
in
the
all
swagger.
films.
God, the
And
little
I'm
one
gonna
step
look
at
at
a
him.
time.
Make sure he sees my drawn-on moustache and beard.
Yep.
I'm gonna tip my hat at him, wiggle my electrical cords, and be like, "Huh, working hard," and then try to walk past him.
Give me a criminal roll.
And they're the only words I know in human.
Amazing.
1.
You got it. So move a
What does
point.
it mean once?
Move a point from bad to criminal. And you waddle up to this guy working hard, and big bearded man goes, "Hardly working," and opens the door for you. But as the
And
others,
Greg's jaw drops to the ground.
but as the others attempt to follow you
Yes,
through,
absolutely.
as the others attempt to follow you through, you're like, it holds up a hand to like halt you all, and it's like, working hard.
Working.
As you each kind of get in on it, he lets you all through, assuming you're all part of the same entourage that Chip is kind of, you're here
Yeah,
to,
I'm like tapping the wires
Yeah,
against the wall. as
you're
if to be
here
like,
to fix a
"Hurry up."
wire thing, obviously. you
Yeah,
know?
I'm here. I'm here to fix and talk about their extended warranty.
So you all pass through, and you pass through into a long hallway that is slowly descending, very circular fashion, and we're talking like a gunmetal grey walls and floor. We're talking, this is a super villain layer style of decor at the moment. There's cameras that are kind of just all along the hallway that absolutely have seen you come in, by the way, into this location, into these halls. And they will be continuing throughout, unless there's anything you'd kind of like to throw a gear into those plans or anything.
I kind of want to like cut the wire with my knife,
Mm-hmm.
like seeing security. Or do I want them to watch? I want them to watch. You know what? I want them to watch. I'm not interfering with those, and I'm
Okay.
not mentioning anything.
So all of you are kind of working your way through this corridor, and it takes quite some time, like, 10 minutes of solid walking, and you've not really seen much, and it seems to be curving around and around. You suspect you're descending. But Helios, you can sense you're getting closer and closer to something, and you eventually come to the largest, most cartoon-style, comical bank vault you have ever seen. Like, we are talking thick armor plating. You ever play Fallout? You know, like how the vault's doors there? You
Yeah.
kind of imagine it a bit like that, right? And there's no discernible way to open this or get inside. No panels, nothing.
I mean, big old door. Like, this is hacker territory, surely.
Fueled by my confidence from earlier, I stick my ear to the door and start to say click, 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 while rubbing my hands on the door.
Just to clarify, are you actually doing anything, or are you just saying click, click, click and rubbing your hands on the door?
I'm just click, 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 and rubbing my hands on the door.
Okay, the door does not open.
Maybe this is a job for
hard
the
door.
thief.
So what does this door look like?
No, I'm all out of ideas. I think we go back.
No, no. What does the door look like?
Oh,
Think
I
like
know.
What is?
hold on. Think like incredibly large Fallout level vault. Think like we're talking huge cog, circular, metallic door, bars going across it in each and every direction. No obvious control panels or anything like that. You've cracked vaults before.
So like, lockpicks pretty useless.
Not necessarily, but it's kind of like if you were to take a screwdriver to something where you would need to do a piece at a time, right? Like you're lock picking, you could disassemble one part of it at a time, most likely, rather than just the whole thing opening up.
Hmm.
Also good, you been.
So I guess what is everybody's skills again?
I swim real good.
I eat things.
I sense honey. I am the muscle. Like, is
Can
this
anybody-
a muscle job?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that might be it. It's not a me job technically, so I can't really do anything here. You know what I do actually, because I can do something here.
Mm-hmm.
I stand in the corner furthest away from a security camera, and I have my head tilted down and my eyes tilted up at the camera, and I'm just staring at it. Also, while we're thinking, because this is clearly going to need some thinking, I'm going to go to the bathroom and be right back.
Okay, so we're in a security camera area. There's still cameras.
There
here.
are cameras everywhere, yeah. But at the same time, you were let through by the guard. Bear that in mind. So it's not as though that. You know,
Yeah.
There has to be a way through.
of course, there does.
My question is I feel like the guard would have been informed that something needed fixing for him to just let the electrician team through.
You'd be surprised how many places you can get in with your ladder.
Yeah, you just
Mm.
act like you're supposed to be there.
Interesting thought, though.
Okay. Maybe.
Chip, are you familiar with this model of vault?
I walk over. I sniff it.
Oh yeah, hacker is incompetent. Yeah, I forgot about
lick
that.
it. I give it a good lick. I hold my finger in the air and I take a little walk around the vault.
Sure,
And
sure.
then I say, "What's a vault?"
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use my like rookie thief senses to see if I can like figure out a way into this thing.
Absolutely. So, I'm going to ask for a criminal roll here. This is you kind of like
Okay.
assessing the obstacle in the way, if that makes sense, or what you can work out.
Okay.
I'll let you roll.
Oh, 4, damn
I'll
it.
actually let you roll twice on this one as well, because you have
Okay.
the job that kind of suits it. It makes sense to me.
3.
Nice. So go ahead and put 1 point from bearing criminal. So we got this interlocking mechanisms, and it's clearly that this vault requires multiple different sort of lock mechanisms to slide in and out to open. And it looks like your hunch was actually kind of right on the money, because while it looks really damn steadfast, you would probably guess there's about 5 mechanisms that you would need to bypass to get through this. And it looks like 3 of them are just outright broken.
Broken
Ooh.
as in they are currently unlocked and not working, or
Completely.
broken as in
They
they
are-
will need extra.
They are unlocked, and
Okay.
it looks like they're just not like it looks like something's jammed, and it's just not going to happen. The other 2 that are left, you would have to try and get past, but you probably got ways you could manage that. Like, one of them looks a little flimsier than the other, like that's also been wear and teared, so something you could pull off there, and the other one might need a good thief to get through it.
Can I hit one with the detonator?
What, hit it with the detonator?
Don't!
just
Oh my god, Chip,
break
no, we
it.
don't know. Chip,
It's the only tool I have.
Chip, we do not know where the ball.
Do you want to hit it with the detonator?
Don't throw the
Greg
detonator.
sees Chip like raise it, and he's like listening to Greg, like, but it looks like it might fall off.
Do you want to hit it with the detonator?
No,
I
no,
wanna
no,
hit
no,
it.
no, no, Chip, Chip, please, Chip.
He looks to
Helios,
Greg,
you muscle, go,
and then
go,
he
go
looks
rip it
to
off.
Lucifer and Helios.
Lucifer, please, you owe me when I gave you back your knife.
Susan thanks you. A thumbs up, Chip.
Hits the dog.
Okay.
Greg will remember this.
I have no idea where this bomb is, by the way.
Okay, so
Or if it goes off where we are.
Chip's like, okay, takes the detonator and just smacks it hard against one of the mechanisms that are still there. Can you roll me a d6?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, we're breaking the detonator here.
3.
A 3?
A 3.
There's a moment of silence. And then... And suddenly, just constant explosions seem to be ringing out, like, muffled above you, above the convention centre.
Well,
Above?
Chip looks up. and
You
when he
can't
looks
see
at the
because
thing
you're in a like this location, but
No, but like towards where the noise is.
Greg, you're a smart person. This doesn't sound like a bomb.
I wouldn't go that far.
You're a smart
oh,
bear.
good. So we're not terrorists now. That's
This
good.
doesn't sound like a bomb.
Yeah, I think it's a person's got it. It's probably fireworks.
I'm devastated by the lack of destruction.
Okay. But here's the thing, we don't actually know if that was caused by the detonator, so let's just not push the lock. Yeah, did the detonator actually knock the lock off at all?
Oh no, of course not. It's a small flimsy control, and it's a big old, you know. I said one was flimsy, but you'd need something a lot stronger than Chip banging a little detonator against it to open it.
I will say, Fox, just to say, your fireworks sounds are not coming through the best on.
Oh, amazing! So in that case, I just
We're
sound
literally
crazy.
just getting the bang.
Yeah,
Oh.
all we're hearing is. So like the only reason I knew you were doing that is because I could see your stream where you're like going with
Alright,
your hand and it looks like you're making a sound.
Everyone needs to imagine the other part of the sound, like just saying wiggly and shrill, you know. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Next time I'll get some actual sound effects. We'll go high budget on this crap, you know.
Okay. So that other one looks like it could just be muscled off. Helios, you wanna step in here?
This looks like a job for me. So I'm just trying to break it, right?
Burn it off, melt it.
Okay, I'm guessing I roll.
Yeah, give me a roll, and again, give me 2d6 because of your roll.
Yeah,
makes sense to me.
5. So
5 is your best one, which means
Yeah.
you foul. So take a point from criminal and put it into bear. And you try as hard as you can, but you guess you've not been working out as much as you should have been lately, and your arms are getting so damn sore. And you have to just step back from it and wipe the sweat from your just luminous star surface.
Well, I got nothing.
Definitely struggling. Tim,
I rolled a 5 and a 6, so I'm like, well, okay.
You want to try the other one, Greg?
Yeah. I will try my lockpicks on the other one.
Go for it, and because you got the lockpicks again, like we'll do the 2d6. So 2 criminal rolls.
Okay. Oh shoot, that's a 6. No, where is it? 3.
Nice. So yeah, it takes a little while, delicate work, but you hear this click, and then it's a simple case of just pushing the damn thing out the way. Like you only got the one mechanism left, but before Helios can ready up for another turn, you hear a clapping noise behind you.
God damn it, Jeff Bezos, you drama lump.
I do not change my position. Actually, no, my head like turns, but my body doesn't turn to look at like the clapping.
Down the hall, from the turn just not far from you, you see a familiar figure stomping their way down the hall.
Matilda.
Matilda.
I can't believe you made it all the way to the vault. And there's Bobo.
Is that freaking Bobo?
Bobo is walking their way towards you.
Jeff Bobo's?
It's a setup.
I never thought you were really going to make it, but she said you would. and then around the corner comes a small child skipping.
It is Matilda.
Oh,
I told you they'd get there. My mummy didn't believe me. And she takes off a wig and she is just a bear in a cute dress.
oh no!
And she raises a gun and points it at the four of you.
Just shoot me. Damn it, I'm done.
Bobo's like, we'll be taking over the job now. You can leave.
Does the gun look at all like bamboo?
No, I would not say it does.
Does it actually? Can we tell if it's a real gun?
I want to do the only sensible thing in this moment.
Hold
by
on a
the way,
moment,
guys.
Tim. Give me a criminal roll.
I'm just saying right now, she could be finger gunning, and my cub would still believe it's a real gun.
5.
5? Is that your... Yeah, that's a foul, so take a point from criminal back into bear. Yeah, it looks real enough.
I'm a rookie. Anybody else want to try this?
I, being experienced enough for this job, I want to do the only thing that's sensible. I would like to full on get a crab walk over there and tackle.
Oh, I thought you were gonna just say leave.
No. I was gonna tackle them. I'm a big bear, right? I'm a fucking polar bear. I'm huge.
Yeah, you're a polar bear.
I can just.
But
I
they're
can just
also
straight
bears.
up tackle
They are also
I
bears.
feel like yeah, if I see you charging in, then I'm gonna charge in too.
Then I'm gonna go for the weakest link. I'm gonna go for Bobo because I know he's terrified of me.
A polar bear and the sun.
Okay, I want both of you to give me bear rolls as you
Well-
charge into what is effectively a combat.
Do I
And-
get 2 because muscle?
Yes. But while you're
Yeah.
charging, by the way, right before you start charging, Bobo is still attempting to go on with like a villain monologue. But you know how slowly he talks by this point. He's like, I knew you would be the ones to find the vault, and oh shit.
I got a 2.
By
got
the
to-
way, can I make a bad joke right now before the moment passes?
Of course.
Ace, it's only appropriate the sun goes after the daughter.
What?
Get it?
Yes,
I
that is
got
very,
it.
very true.
Get it?
No.
Huh?
No.
The sun.
Do I punt the child?
So did you both succeed?
Let me actually roll. No, I don't succeed. But
You
all
don't
he
succeed.
hears while I'm coming at him is.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good thing Matilda's the one with the gun.
Okay, so
think
you
I-
charge, Matilda fires, okay, water squirts from the gun right
Oh,
over your
no.
shoulder. You punt the bear, and you're kind of locked into the fight. They're not gone, but they're not out, but they're down, right? Meanwhile, Bobo charges. Sorry, not Bobo. Lucifer charges towards Bobo, and the two of them are locked, and they're kind of evenly matched. And Bobo's like, "You're not gonna stab me again. I'm gonna stab you. Can I borrow your knife?"
Oh my god.
In the background, you've got Chip and Greg just watching this, and Greg, you hear another noise. All of a sudden, behind you, the vault starts to creak open while this tussle is happening. It's being pushed open from inside.
Okay, Chip, they've got this. Let's rip this door open.
He points his detonator at the door and starts spamming the button to make it open faster.
I mean, as far as you know, it's working.
Yeah.
Supreme work as always, Chip. Okay, and I just grab the edge and start kind of pulling to open it faster.
Okay, so the door pulls all the way open, and while you've got Matilda sort of scrambling to her feet, and I'm gonna kill you now, and you've got Bobo on the other side, still sort of trying to lay out his master plan about how he was going to set you all up to Lucifer. The vault opens, and there is, you two see, Jeff Bezos himself on the other side. And he holds up a gun to you both.
I'm just a baby.
Wait. Jeff Bezos was in
the
or
vault,
Jeff
and there
Bezos
is
was in the
nothing
vault?
else in there. It is bare. It is empty.
Is Jeff Bezos a bear?
No,
or
he's
a human?
he's a human. Don't be stupid.
Okay, right.
Are we sure about that? Turns out we couldn't spot Matilda was a bear.
So
We have no clue, honestly.
points a gun, and Jeff Bezos is like, I knew there were going to be thieves at this year's convention. There is no queen of the bees, once exiled, now returned. I laid a trap and you walked into it, bears. And he raises his gun, points it at you two.
I thought we had suspiciously low information coming into this.
That makes Chip really angry.
Bobo sort of briefly hears that over the tussle and's like, oh no, and then goes back to what he was doing with Lucifer.
Can I bite his ankles?
Absolutely, give me a bear roll.
Do it, Chip.
I'm only little. I'm gonna go rah and lunge at him.
Get in there, my son.
5.
5. So you do get his ankles, but you're kind of like doing that thing, you know, where kids don't bite you, they mouth you.
Yeah.
You're like, yum 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 yum. You're just kind of like you're just kind of slobbering on Jeff Bezos' leg, and
I'm gonna get you.
he just kind of just kicks you off of him.
I had this envisionment that like running up to him wasn't like really a run. It was like that like weird toddler unsteady bear stumble forward where you just kind of like fall on his ankles and then just start gumming at him.
Take a
Kicked
point.
me away and I'm literally tied up on the floor.
Take a point from criminal and put a point back into bear.
I tried, Greg.
And Jeff Bezos is saying, the guards will be here soon and all you bears will be taken back to the zoo where you belong.
Not the zoo,
Okay,
not again.
everybody,
we can hear
everybody
this in the
just calm
corridor,
down.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, we haven't done anything wrong. We did not steal anything. We were let in here. We didn't break in here. I don't know about you, but, you know, this is an infringement of our bear rights.
I love that, Jeff. That's a really compelling...
Bezos hears is...
It's so compelling, he hears none of it.
Litigation. Legal.
If I'm in a tussle with Bobo...
Yeah.
After that, I'm just gonna like lightly tap him on the shoulder.
Sure.
Dust myself off.
So much today, Otterly.
It's like super bloodshot eyes turn around and just lunge in like in that direction instead.
What, towards Jeff
I'm not
Bezos?
going back.
Not going back.
Not after the horror films. Not after that night.
You can give me another muscle roll, and just not muscle, another bear roll. And as you do that, obviously Bobo is now free, and he scrambles to pick up Matilda's gun, but also seems a little bit uncertain what exactly he's doing with it at this point, because he was after the Queen of all bees, right?
I did roll another 6.
Matilda's gun is also a water gun, so...
That is also true, but Bobo doesn't get that, let's be real. So yeah, you're back to 5-1 then in that case. So you're getting towards danger zone. You're getting towards danger zone here.
I know you're trying to save us by saying that Bobo's incompetent. I so desperately want to be more incompetent and tell him who he should be shooting. I'm not going to, but I really want to.
I feel like I'm gonna rush over as well, shoveling honey down on the way.
Okay.
Because I want to get some more bear points in.
How many honey you eating?
I think I'm gonna eat 2 honeys.
Just to quickly resolve overbolds as well. Lucifer charges, jumps, and Jeff Bezos just sort of steps to the side. So he kind of just charges into the vault and, you know, bangs his head on the back of the vault.
Bonk.
Just Helios, blind him! Do you think if Helios took off his sunglasses, he'd just blind whoever's in front of him?
Almost definitely.
I could see it. Yeah, he's Cyclops now. Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing, Helios?
My plan was to batter Bezos.
Batter Bezos, that makes sense.
Okay, go ahead,
So I
give me a
get
barrel.
out the flour.
That took me way too long to get.
give me a bear roll. Again, 2 dice is fine.
Yeah, I got a 3.
So you go zipping toward him at the speed of literal light because you're a fucking star. Okay, and just for some reason stop instead of disintegrate him and slap the gun out of his hand, and he kind of like, you know, the hit is hard enough that he kind of gets the wind knocked out of him and he's off to the side for a minute. So he is staggered. The gun is on the floor. That gun looks a bit different to the gun Bobo has right now. You know, the one Bobo has is all colourful and shit, but this one just looks like black and unimaginative.
Does this fall down
Helios
next to Chip?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Does the gun fall next to Chip?
100%.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Just wanted to check that.
Cool.
Greg gets a little bit nervous, but is but also while Helios was rushing Bezos, Greg kind of came in behind Helios just to take advantage of the fact that Bezos is probably being blinded by Helios, and proceeds to take a knife out of the back of his lampshade skirt.
Nice.
And take a swing at Bezos.
So, give me your bear roll. No, wait, this is knife fighting.
Actually, no,
give
I'm
me a
taking
criminal.
Bezos hostage. We're not
Taking Bezos.
aiming to maim.
Give me a criminal roll. Give me a criminal roll.
Oh no, it's a 5. I'm a really bad criminal. Okay.
Honestly, that makes sense because you are a bear. It's fine. It's okay to be a bad criminal when you are a bear. Go ahead, take a point from criminal, put it in the bear.
I have a really stupid idea.
You go ahead and you attempt to take Bezos hostage, but the simple fact he's refusing to cooperate. He keeps scrambling out of your grip. He's so desperate, frothing at the mouth to finally catch these bears who are still in honey every year for some reason. What's your dumb idea, Lucifer?
Right. I will confess I have not had like the ability to roll 2 dice, so I have come up with a plan that might convince you to let me roll 2 dice.
Sure,
right?
let's hear it.
As doing my role as the face man, right? I want to tear his face off.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, you have unhinged in there as well.
You
Unhinged
do have
and Face Man.
unhinged as well.
Unhinged face man. And I will be. It's an attack, so I justify it more bear.
Swim in his blood afterwards.
I'm going to allow this. I'm going to allow this. You are doing a Nicolas Cage.
I have rolled a lot of 6s, so I want to mitigate that as much as possible.
So this could actually just be a loss here if you fail this.
Yeah, it could be. I did roll a 6, but I also rolled a 3, so
You smash into him. You know what? We're not going to play this out because, frankly, we don't want the rating of this daytime movie to get really bad, and then no one can watch it, right? So what's going to happen is, as the gun collapses to the floor and Chip's like, "I got a gun," you just charge and pull him back into the vault around the corner, and there's just this horrible cacophony of screams, of growling, of you know, and then you come out wearing his face.
yes.
Has anyone seen a Rocky Horror Picture Show when Dr. Frankenberg comes out of the vault?
Come out wearing his face, and Bobo goes.
Greg is just horrified.
Bobo goes, "It's Jeff Bezos."
European.
I'm assuming Matilda and Bobo are still alive.
Oh yeah, they're fine.
Cool. Can I raise the gun and scream and try to soak them with the water from the gun?
Oh my god, Kobold. Oh my god, Kobold, why? Why?
What are you doing?
I've been in a lot of water fights, so I'm ready for this.
Yeah, you raise the gun and you fire, and those that ain't water.
There needs to be a proper guttural.
Give me
screaming
a criminal roll. Are you attempting to shoot a gun, or do you think this is water the same as Bobo's?
I think this is the same as Bobo's.
Okay.
I haven't seen this one go off.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I got a 5.
You got a 5.
What's your criminal? So that's a foul. So you fire it, and the recoil from a gun surprises you quite a bit because that ain't water, and you fully drop it again. But the bullet sails right past Bobo, and he says, "Oh no, they're armed now. I'll get you next time, bears." And he runs, but the way Bobo runs is very, very slowly. So he and Matilda are kind of like working their way back up the corridor, basically as fast as they're able. And it's not like you guys can run much quicker if you're running like humans, but it's up to you if you want to pursue them. They're on the run.
No.
I think we
need
let
to
them
get
get
out of
caught.
here.
I like it when they run.
Chip picks up the gun again, just looks at it, starts shaking, goes, "This is amazing!"
And all of you, as a group, start to make your way back out through the corridor, presumably. You get to the door. There's guards.
No. Hold up. He is
No?
wearing Jeff Bezos' face. We cannot go back to the fucking door before you start narrating us into certain death.
You guys
Plus-
don't understand. They'll know it's me. They'll know it's him.
I also did sense a lot of honey down there, right?
Yeah.
You did, yeah. Do you want to go into the
Fox
vault?
is dead.
You want to go get the honey from the vault?
I would like to peer into the vault to see maybe what Jeff
I think
Bezos
it's
was,
worth at least checking the
hiding.
vault.
There's not.
don't
And I
need
want to
any
check.
honey,
I want
I
to check
have a
Jeff
gun.
Bezos' body.
So
Check
I
the
know that
pockets.
there's no Queen of the Bees.
when
But
you go in there, it's not as packed as you thought it was going to be. There is a fair bit of Manuka honey. There's a fair bit of royal jelly. It's decent quality stuff, but there's not much of it, and you sense very much it was there for the trap. Jeff Bezos has his wallet on him, and that's stuffed with money. But you don't know what that
Okay,
is.
we're gonna take that. We're gonna ditch the ID. We're gonna
Alright.
take the cash out of it because if we make it out of here, we can always come back
Hold
into
up.
the entrance. They didn't suspect us at all, and there's
Can
tons
I
of honey
take
at the
his clothes?
stalls. Like,
Can I take his
Yes.
clothes?
You can absolutely take his clothes.
Just-
So-
can I have his jacket? I'm feeling a little naked.
Yeah, of course.
Lucifer,
And I need.
Yes.
why are we making him naked?
Genuinely just wondering if I can somehow bullshit my way into walking out wearing his clothes in his face.
it's a good thing Greg is a lawyer now, because we're gonna need one.
If you're watching Jeff Bezos, it's a parody.
Yeah, this is Bezos, and it's Jeff with a G.
It's
so
completely
fine.
different. It's completely different.
Joff. Joffrey, like Whoa, what is it? Joffrey Lannister?
That's the one. That's the one. Oh,
There we
my
go.
everything. Oh.
Please put another layer on to put on Jeffrey Bezos' suit.
Okay. Okay. So we have now. You're putting on Bezos' clothing.
Yeah, I think genuinely think this cartoon logic will go this far.
Okay. You do that. We're gonna just stuff the body further back in the vault. Is there anything in the vault that anybody wants? Like, I'm assuming there's some honey in there.
I just want the gun.
Oh yeah, man, we
You
should
can keep the
probably-
gun, Chip. Just
It is-
keep the
it is-
safety
Stock up on
on.
honey.
It is out of ammo. Chip literally took that gun and just fired wildly into the air. Like there is no bullets left in that gun. It's just making
Okay.
it's making a fun little click noise now that you find vaguely satisfying.
It's very cool. Wait,
Okay.
I can stick it to the beep boop.
Is there any honey or anything that people might want in the vault besides what was on Jeff Bezos' body and his clothing?
You can probably all fill your pockets with. It's not the take you were expecting. It's not the queen of all bees and a huge vault stuffed full of honey that's going to keep you set for years. But it's a take. You can probably manage to stuff some jars into your pockets. What passes for the pockets of the strange clothes you're all wearing and so on. So you can also probably just take a moment to quickly fill up.
Okay, let's take a very quick moment because Bezos did say security was on the way. Very quick moment. Take what you can. Don't try and take everything. Matilda and Bobo can have the rest. I don't want to see them if they're still here. And then, we've got to be
Chopped up my
smart about
honey.
this when we leave.
Take
So
it
when
to-
everybody's gotten everything they want, let me know. And then when we're outside the vault, I will do next steps.
Oh, it's the wrong brush.
So everyone just kind of like, you can basically put in your inventory that you basically have your loot sacks or whatever of honey that you're taking with you. I definitely think we're coming up towards the end of this now, so we don't need to worry about exact inventory of honey at this point, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I just had a lot of honey.
Okay. Just gave him a gun.
The fact that my character has changed so much in the last 5 minutes.
I kind
For
of...
the sake of Twitch, this is a pew pew machine.
Yes,
not-
100%. We don't even know what guns
Gun
are.
with
It's a heavy
J.
water pistol.
It's a gun with a J. It's a gun.
Okay. Okay. Everybody got what they want? Everybody out of the vault?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Let's
close
go
the
to
vault door behind us.
Certain death.
Okay. Vault door just
I'm gonna
slides closed, crash.
Just so nobody knows or can see what's in there right now.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
How much blood is covering the suit and the
Oh,
face?
it's a lot. It's a lot of blood.
Like, enough that even the humans would be like, that seems a little suspicious.
It's fine, he tripped and fell.
Who knows? Who knows?
I had an accident.
Hold on. I've got this. I take the handkerchief that I usually use to cover my face out of the back of my lampshade skirt, and I hold it up to Lucifer's nose and then go, shut up and follow my lead. And we go towards the door, and I rap on it so the guy can open it.
I see what you're
And I
doing.
go, hey, we have a medical emergency. I'm going to take him to the medical tent. And these two are coming with me.
Okay, so what happens is you get to the door, you rap on it, it opens,
Real bad nosebleed.
and like in any scene where say sort of the heroes approach an area and you know it's heavily guarded, just a million guns are leveled at you as a group. Okay, and then you sort of like start garbling out what words you can, and you sort of able to get the words nose and bleed in there somewhere between all the
Nosebleed.
grunts. And
Medical tent.
and they look at you, and then they look at and by the way, you can see Matilda and Bobo kind of like handcuffed among the group out there. And Bobo's just like, oh no, we've been caught. And they've just all got their guns leveled at you, and you manage to get this thing out about the nosebleed. And one of the and there's that one guard who has been on to you the entire time. He's like, we know he's in there. Open up. And the other guy, who the hardly working guard's like, are you mad? That's Jeff Bezos. Let them through. It's a medical emergency.
Yes!
Yeah, we've already caught the bears. Look.
Can I point at the security guard that's been on me the entire time?
Yep, you can.
I point at him and I go, fired!
And that is where we will end it, as the bears are escorted off the premises.
Oh,
You can have his jacket now.
Let's have a little epilogue scene, a small epilogue scene of where you all end up after this. What happened to Greg following the Great Heist? Where did Greg end up?
Oh.
Therapy.
Settle down. got
Greg
some
ended up going
therapy.
back to school, evaluating their life choices as a life of crime.
Oh my god,
Dealing with this group.
they became a lawyer.
Yes, Greg becomes a lawyer.
And the last scene of Greg is just in a courtroom shouting, "Objection, bro!"
Full like Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, just objection.
Played by Tim Batier flashes up on the screen. Oh, Bold, what happens to Lucifer? What's the last scene of Lucifer?
I think this is so silly.
looking at this picture.
I think Lucifer actually continues the life of Bezos for a while, and then does a dramatic reveal that Jeff Bezos has been a bear the whole time. And people are like, that makes sense because bear. And then they just become a CEO, which is about as honestly as fulfilling as all of the random acts of violence.
And with all the money you make, you can probably.
Yeah, I'm
just
like,
give it
Lucifer
extra
sounds like
talents
they're right up the
anyway.
alley for CEO.
Helios,
The
where
crops stay on.
does your life take you, Helios?
So I dramatically reveal that I wasn't a bear at all, and I have in fact been the sun.
Jesus!
And then I go back up to the sky where I live and continue being.
Is it just a my people need me moment?
Yeah, I just fly off,
The
and there's
real
no explanation. You never hear from me again.
The real bear was inside you all along. Finally, Chip.
Chip takes his gun, throws the detonator away. He doesn't need it anymore. He has a better piece of software. And he signs up for the next job. Train driving.
So okay. The way I imagine that scene plays out, if you don't mind me sort of embellishing a little bit,
Yeah.
Chip kind of like is a more immediate epilogue. Because everyone else is kind of leaving their life of crime, right? But Chip isn't done. Chip is just getting started. And Chip leaves like the safe house after splitting the take. You know the safe house, like the cabin not far from the convention and so on. And you know, they watch you all go. They watch the sun fly off into the air. They watch Jeff Bezos, the new Jeff Bezos, drive off in his multi-million Rolls Royce. They watch Greg slinking off to start going to law school, and they're like, they make a call. They make a call for the next job for train driver. I'm not going to need that detonator anymore. They think, and they throw it.
Yeah.
Just boom. And just a random part of the camp explodes in the background as he's toddling off.
I love the idea that he fully like calls up is like, I have train driver on my CV. Just pass my test.
You want to know where I wanted to put the bomb?
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me for it.
Oh no.
When you rolled to see what went off, because I'd already decided there were a couple of detonators mixed in there.
Yeah.
It was in the vault because it had been found last year. The idea was going to be it just blew the door open if you got it.
With Bezos in there.
Yeah.
Just Bezos flies past.
Bears!
I'm so glad you didn't actually detonate it because now I get his face.
Wonderful.
I'm really happy we didn't have to weekend at Bernie's this. Like,
Thank you guys so much for joining me. This was a lot of fun. Honey Heist is always a colossal, just dumb time, and this is probably the silliest I've seen it. And thank you guys so much. It's been really good. We're gonna need you guys to tell the people who you are and where to find you. Before the next time you're all
you'll
back
never
on
find
here.
me. Greg's going into hiding.
No, not you guys. I mean Timbertier. Where can we find Timbertier?
You can find me on my channel.
Oh, thank you, Aramis.
Hey, thank you, Aramis.
Aramis,
Yeah, so you can click on that. That'll take you over to my channel. We're doing all kinds of fun things over there. I noticed Fox has spelled my name wrong in the title.
No!
But yeah, so yeah, I've been doing some banishers, doing some split fiction with Fox Nanigans here.
I can't wait for more of that. We have to
Generally
arrange
good
a
time.
day.
You can find me over there. I'm all right. not as awesome as these other folks. So you know, you take it away. Take it away.
Overbold, where can we find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/overboldkobold, or you can click my name in the title, or that lovely shout out that's just gone out. Thank you very much. Art and stuff. And art. I believe I'm just doing more art this week.
Art's
There's
good.
a lot of art
Art's
happening.
super good.
I like art.
Tsukiyami! Tell people about you and where to find you.
I am Tsukiyami. I am not doing a whole lot right now, but soon. You can find me at twitch.tv/foxnanigans.
Will you be Tsukiyami for long?
Yes. Yeah, I know I will still be Tsukiyami. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we will soon be doing more Magical Year of a Teenage Suki.
Yeah, if not next week, it will be the week after. I'll have to let you know for sure when that's going to be. So we will get that on the schedule. We can talk later about when we do that. But absolutely, I'm looking forward to it. And last but not least...
more soon.
More soon, TM. Last but not least, Ace Trainer Griff. Tell them about you and where to find you.
I don't stream often, but when I do, it's because these guys are streaming and I jump on. And if you want to catch a stream every
And
once
we
in a
love
blue
having you.
moon, thank you. There is a Twitch that has been put in the chat. Hell yeah.
Guys, thank you all so much for joining me. And everyone in chat, thank you for joining us tonight. This is the first time we've done one of these group roleplay sessions. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did
It's been
too.
so much fun.
And we will be doing more. Like I say, next time we do an episode...
I will remember how you threw me into the deep end by making me leave. It will not be forgotten.
I didn't do that. It was Bobo.
I was praying it wasn't going to be me. So
What we're going to do, this is going to be a regular segment. The plan on the channel is bi-monthly to do a community night with things like Jackbox, and bi-monthly to do a roll call segments, which will either be the one-on-one things we've been doing or bigger group activities like this. We've got Goblin Quest lined up, we've got Escape from Dinosaur Island. These are things I'll be reaching out to people about, and we're going to be trying to rotate, get a lot of people on for sessions. So I'll absolutely be reaching out to all of you again for more games if you'd be up for it, because I've really enjoyed having you all here for this. It's been super fun.
Ridiculously fun.
This
And
was so much fun.
genuinely, we will absolutely do stuff again.
I have breathing problems from laughing so hard.
I do as well. I genuinely need my asthma pump. It's not good. I don't know exactly when the regular day is going to be yet. Like for argument's sake, if it was a Friday, we would do a week of community night, then a week of roll call, week of community night, week of roll call, etc., etc. I need to work out what night is going to be the most suitable for it. So I will be letting you all know as I sit down and discuss it with people about availabilities, things like that. And we will start to get that sorted and ironed out. In the meantime,
Ooh, what's Goblin Quest?
Goblin Quest is a game where you play a goblin, effectively working for a big old baddie, and when you die, you just pick up your next goblin. Because goblins are really disposable.
not to be
Okay.
confused with any stream with us and you, Timbit, where you just have to put up with a bunch of gremlins.
Guys,
It does seem to
the
always end up like
gremlins
that. Just
versus-
chaos gremlins, and then me being like, "What are you doing?"
do you guys want a very quick peek behind the scenes of like the setup for today? Because I think this was a lot of fun.
I worked hard on this.
Apparently I'm stinky. So I just want to say another big thanks to Overbold Kobold for helping me to get the setup for this whole thing today. Because man, it is a real thing doing overlays for stuff like this. So we're going to be it's kind of one of those things you have to do separately for whatever game you're playing. So we'll be seeing what's next and going from there. In the meantime, let me get rid of that display so that I'm not showing off all channels. Who are we going to rate today?
So many people to raid.
There are so many people. I'm just looking at the moment to see who's around.
Do I have anyone online?
Oh, I have this great person called Fox Nanigans.
Oh, but unfortunately, I think they're about to go offline, as fantastic as
Damn
they
it.
are. I think I see Kyoki's online. Is that how you say the name? Kyoki? Kyo?
Yeah.
Kyoki's playing some Revenge of the Savage Planet.
Knock, kitty butt.
Ooh, I'm gonna raid with you, but then I'm gonna bounce because I don't want spoilers for
Oh.
that game.
I won't be sticking around because I've got to get some food. But guys, go see Kyo. Kyo just I only met Kyo the other day. I think Fire Overbold. Kyo
Yeah.
seems just really chilled. They're playing Revenge of the Savage Planet right now. Go say hi to them. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you again so much for joining us. We will be doing this again. Like, there's no way around that. And I'm probably going to ask Ice.
Remember to follow Fox Nanigans if you're not already.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
It's
Trust
super
me.
important.
What I'm also going
Drop that like and
well-
subscribe.
Well, I'm just desperately trying to open a... God, this is what happens when you have a million layers and that you confuse yourself. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Ice,
Yeah,
just for argument's sake,
yeah.
how hard would it be to turn Oh, God damn it. Just bugger off. Okay, there we are. How hard would it be to turn Chip into an emote?
Oh,
Do it.
I've already
Do
taken a screenshot.
We'll
need
talk.
it.
We'll talk. Guys, go see
Really,
Kyo.
you don't want the Helios emote?
Oh,
Oh, we need all
I
of them.
kind of want them all. We will work it out. All right, guys, go see Kyo. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Again, thank you everyone so much. Thank you, Stanny, for the gift subs. Thank you, Overbold, for the bits. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. And I'm sorry we couldn't keep up with chat as much as we normally did today. That's probably going to be the theme when we do stuff like this. But we really were watching chat. We appreciate every single one of you, and just have a great night. You guys want to say anything to the people before I raid over?
You're awesome. And remember to follow
They're
Fuck
all
Shenanigans.
awesome.
Well, they're
Bye.
fuck shenanigans.